I'm here, reaching far across these new frontiers. With my life I fight this fear. In my hands I hold the ones I love. Walk forward through the cold dawn, always to new horizons. Get jump scared, humans. Standing here, the way ahead's becoming clear. All across these new frontiers. In my hand I hold the ones I love. Walk forward through the cold dawn, always to new horizons. How are we all today? How are we all?
Another day.
Another day.
How is everyone doing in the chat?
How's everyone doing? But how will I know when I get there? And how will I know when to leave? We've all gotta start from somewhere, and it's right there for me. The possibilities are never ending. I see it, and now it's all within my reach, and there's possibility. I see it now, it's always been inside of me, and now I feel so free, and there's possibility.
You're not half bad.
Well, I've had practice with this one. And so we'll carry on. My time to shine has come, I feel it. As fast as I can go. Straight to the top, I know you'll see it, So please wake me up when I get there. It feels like I'm lost in a dream. I know in my heart that it's my time, and I already see the possibilities are never ending. I see it, and now it's all within my reach, and there's possibility. I see it now, it's always been inside of me, and now I feel so free, and there's possibility. And then you get the amazing bit where Puffer gets to dance. The instrumentals. But yeah, I figured that we'd disagree with the Spider-Man bits of the video, because like Doctor Strange just doesn't really like... Doctor Strange has kind of been inconsistent for a little while now.
Yeah, it's just like there's no point of talking about Doctor Strange, considering that he was character assassinated for this film, so there's like, this isn't a Doctor Strange video, it's a Spider-Man one.
This is one of the best songs ever made! Hey Lucy, how you doing? It's good to have you here. I see it, and now it's all within my reach. I see it now, it's always been inside of me. I see it, and now it's all within my reach, endless possibility. I see it now, it's always been inside of me, and now I feel so free, endless possibility. Endless possibility. Endless possibilities. Anyways, that's enough of that shit. We've got the voice warmed up, and now we can begin with the thing that you guys came here to see, which is the whole MCU Spider-Man, Doctor Strange thingy-majig, really. So basically, a bit of context behind the stream. Basically, there is this thing called Spider-Man Brand New Day, and we have received a bit of information about it. Actually, it seems like it... Oh, shit, I've done that wrong. I forgot I got rid of my camera because I was recording videos and gameplay footage earlier. So yeah, we've been doing good. I'm personally not very excited about Spider-Man, whatever it's called, Brave New World. I forget the fucking...
Brand New Day.
They all sound the fucking same now.
It's another one more day.
They all just sound the same. But it's like, I just don't really like Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I think his writing is pretty terrible. If anyone wants to talk about that.
It's just like you can't erase what he did before. Like, Brand New Day doesn't basically reset him. It just basically is like, okay, he's fixed. But that's basically saying he had to basically threaten all reality just to learn what any other Spider-Man learned since day one.
Yeah, basically. It's also really annoying that, like, they basically skip the entire origin story for Tom Holland's Spider-Man, only for them to then be like, yeah, this entire trilogy was an origin story for him.
Basically wasting our time. Like, imagine if we had Brand New Day when Homecoming first came out. Like, like he implies he has his origin, and then we get Brand New Day.
Right, let's
What was the point of Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home?
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Hey, SK's in chat. Brand New Day will have the same writers. Oh, Jesus. I'm not looking forward to it then. No Way Home's a top 3 Spider-Man movie. The switch-up's insane. Some, like, 5 problems. The whole movie is shit. You give TASM 2 a pass. Well, when every single character is character assassinated in No Way Home, with the exception of J. Jonah Jameson and Happy Hogan, I think you have a problem.
Mm-hmm. And just for clarification for anyone who says it, Tom Holland himself is not bad. The damn writing is.
But yeah, let's take a look at Sandman.
Story. Sandman's character is a mess in this movie.
Oh, am I streaming it, Azo?
Yes, you're streaming it.
Alright.
Morals are inconsistent, his plan contradicts his motivations, and he's a strange choice for this movie because the theme of this movie is second chances. Sandman is a reformed villain after Spider-Man 3. He got his second chance. He was forgiven for killing Uncle Ben, and he stopped his destructive path to focus on the little time he had left with his daughter. Why would a reformed villain be fitting for a movie that's about giving villains second chances?
That's actually a really good point, to be fair. Like...
Yeah, like, it's not just Sandman, it's Otto, Lizard, like, even Lizard saving...
the thing that's stupid about No Way Home is it's basically just complete fan service, because they basically establish rules where it's like, okay, the villains that appear in the MCU, they died fighting Spider-Man, they know Peter is Spider-Man, and they fit into the themes of second chances. But it's like, when you break it down, only Goblin fits that criteria. The only other villain that fits that criteria is Raimi Venom, and he was just omitted from the film. Gee, I wonder why. Could it be the fact that, fan service?
Like, let's just break it down. Electro didn't even know Peter was, like, that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. He thought he was gonna be black.
Yeah, it's like,
and then when you break it down with the others, it doesn't make sense as second chances either, because 2 of them arguably already reformed. Like, Sandman is post Spider-Man 3, and Otto was on the verge of just being talked down by Toby.
And it's like, if you view the TASM 1 game as canon, then Connors was also reformed.
I mean, he even saved Andrew Peter from falling off a building. I'm gonna assume that means Connors deep down does like regret what he did, even if he wanted his limbs back.
Well, yeah, I mean, he even, when he, like, came to, he was like, oh shit, yeah, the captain, he needs help.
Character gets brought
Yeah, it's like the
along
lizard
so
was
he can
inside,
act like a villain
but Connors himself was fine.
again for no reason, only so he gets a second chance again? Why not use a villain who hasn't been reformed yet? Venom would have been the perfect choice, especially since Eddie Brock is...
Literally, Venom would have been the perfect choice. Especially since you brought Toby and Andrew back. It's like, imagine if Toby and Venom had the same moment that Andrew and Electro had, where it's like they basically came to like a mutual understanding. Like, yeah, sure, I'm not saying that they should have been boyfriends or roommates or anything, but it's like just give them like a mutual like understanding at the very least. But it's like that didn't really happen.
Well, here's another idea. Why don't you just get a better version of Tasm Goblin, Norman's Goblin from Raimi, and Venom, and then you have Mysterio and Vulture. Like, basic same 5 villains, and you have at least 3 from different verses.
Yeah, it's like, we didn't really get that, though. And also, it makes... You're talking about different positions in time? Yeah, but the point is that Venom fits perfectly with the themes in No Way Home. He's the only one who does fit, aside from Norman's Goblin. It's like... They're trying to have their cake and eat it with this film. They establish rules, and then they break the rules for the sake of fan service.
Representative of how redemption can transform a person, and people invest in his character because of this.
Leave it alone. The sooner you guys get through this, the sooner we go home.
Sandman says this, yet he leaves Peter behind after the villains start to retaliate, and then sides with the villains at the end anyway. He's even causing sandstorms where innocent people are present, despite the fact he doesn't want to hurt anybody.
I didn't want this, but I had no choice. I didn't choose to be this.
That's actually a good point.
Just as poorly written as Doctor Strange.
That's actually a really good point when you think about it. Like, he helps MCU Peter without a second thought. You know, the first time they encounter Electro, but then when he sees that it's a new Peter Parker, there's a civilian in danger, and there's like fucking 4, technically 3, supervillains there. One of them being Electro, he just pieces out. It's like, the fuck? Each villain was taken from a different point in their villains' stories. No, they were taken from... Like, no. They were taken from the moment...
Worse.
Well, no, they were... hold on. They were taken from the point where they were about to die. Because it's like, both Otto and Electro, they were about to die when they were taken from their verse.
Well, I was just about to say, Sandman's worse because it's post-Spider-Man 3. If it was during Spider-Man 3, like right after like Peter tried to kill Sandman after he merged but before he met Venom, that would have been better than post like Spider-Man 3 Sandman.
Well, the thing with that though is that it doesn't even make sense. Because if they all come from different points, it's like, it also breaks the narrative of the story, because they're all like, oh, the villains died fighting Spider-Man, but it's like, Lizard didn't, Sandman didn't.
Like, I even heard a YouTuber say this, from Peter and everyone else's perspective, when they say they died to Spider-Man, that means one of 2 things. Either they were so bad Spider-Man had to kill them, or this was an evil version of Spider-Man.
Or they died because of circumstance, like, basically, because obviously when they say they died fighting Spider-Man, that doesn't mean that Peter himself killed them, it just means that they died, like, in the fight, or they died as a result of the fight.
Well, it's just like from Peter's perspective, like, he doesn't know anything.
He shouldn't even be leaving Peter and May to suffer and possibly die because of his guilt for what happened to Uncle Ben. If anything, he'd want to prevent this version of Peter from suffering a similar tragedy. And you need to ensure Peter's safety anyway, so he can communicate to MJ to push the button without a bunch of villains attacking him and preventing him from doing that. He helped him earlier in the film, I don't know why he can't help him now. He could even stay with Peter and encourage him to push the button after the villains have fled. But instead, he literally joins the side of the villains who kill innocent people and want the box destroyed so that nobody goes home.
Sad to tell you, Sandman, nobody's going home.
He still sides with him.
That's actually a really good point. Like, he literally stays on Electro's side after he says that. It's like, he has one goal, and that's to return to the Raimi timeline.
Also to mention, he can just go through a sandstorm, and assuming he's aware of all the particles, he can just find the portal that Ned and MJ are at. Like, just find the portal or the box. Don't focus on the Spider-Man or the villains. He even tries to choke out
the same Peter Parker that forgave him and gave him the second chance. He was nice enough to let him go in spite of what he did, but then Sandman tries to suffocate him.
I forgive you.
Yeah, congratulations, well done. You assassinated Sandman.
Yeah, I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty blatant that Sandman was character assassinated. It's like, to be fair, he wasn't written that great anyways in Spider-Man 3, because like SK is right, he does have like inconsistent morals. But at the very least in Spider-Man 3, you could justify it by like, okay, he's desperate, therefore he's like his morals are like put to the side out of desperation to save his daughter. But it's like in No Way Home, that doesn't even work. 'Cause it's like, okay, he's desperate to get back home, so he's siding with the villains that don't want to go home.
Like, yeah, like, for example, in Spider-Man 3...
It makes no fucking sense. At the very least, you could kind of defend it in Spider-Man 3, but it's like, you can't defend it here.
Well, it's just like the best defense for Sandman in Spider-Man 3 is, oh, he wants to kill Spider-Man for the simple reason he'll be in his way from getting the money to help his daughter. And it's like, yeah, that seems right. But then you could say after he realizes this kid, Peter Parker is Spider-Man and this is the kid's uncle I killed, then maybe you can justify why he like gets his forgiveness.
Black Goku, are you saying that good storytelling is more important than fan service? I know, right?
Yes.
It's like
No Way Home. There's literally no defense you can.
But the thing as well with Sandman is that in 2 of his fights with technically 4, because in 2 of his 4 fights with Spider-Man, he's doing it in self-defense because like he doesn't want to fight Spider-Man, even when he's in the black suit. Marco doesn't want to fight him, but it's like,
yeah, it's like, what do you want from me?
But then again, it's like, after Peter tries killing Sandman, then he's pissed, because it's like when he mistakes Venom for Spider-Man, and he's fully gonna fucking kill him. So it's like, at that point, yeah, he's pissed off at that point. But it's like, who wins, Arkham Batman or Toby Spider-Man? Spider-Man.
Toby.
Yeah, Arkham Batman's not that strong. But yeah,
and if Batman wins, it's kind of plot armor.
But yeah, Sandman is very fucking... But anyway.
Next up, we have the Lizard.
Well, here's the thing. Tom in No Way Home only confirms the Tom Holland never actually gave a shit in the first place. Like, it only confirms that. It doesn't, like, change anything.
When Strange said they died fighting Spider-Man, it was just Strange theorizing. Well, no, it wasn't, though, because fucking Sandman came out and he was like, yeah.
Fate.
Well, yeah, because Sandman came out and he was like, okay, the villains died fighting Spider-Man. And it's like, Electro himself comes out and he's like, yeah, I died fighting Spider-Man. It's like, how the fuck would Sandman know it? Yeah, it's like, it's not Strange theorizing, it's like, 3 of the villains died fighting Spider-Man, and like, Sandman knew that.
Also, can we consider if they're all from different points of time, from different versions of the same universe, then Sandman saying, oh, Otto and Goblin died to Spider-Man is like, only based on his own version of the universe, not the verses they came from. For all we know, Goblin or Otto could have killed Spider-Man, and it's just like there'd be nothing to confirm or deny that. They have no proof either way.
But it's like, it's not just a theory, it's like, that's literally true. But anyways, now let's move on to the Lizard. The Lizard is probably the most interesting villain to talk about.
He believes that he may be one of the dead villains in his world. How that happens is that he ends up fighting Spider-Man, and the details behind that aren't set in stone because Electro never answers him. However, the Lizard knows that these deaths don't just occur for the sake of it. They happen for practical reasons. Green Goblin died because he was impaled by his own glider in combat. Doc Ock died because he drowned in the river with his machine. Electro died because he took in too much energy and blew up. So from the Lizard's perspective, something relating to his fight with Spider-Man led to his death, and the only way he can truly die is if he doesn't have the Lizard formula. This is spelled out in The Amazing Spider-Man. He wanted to create a world without weakness. He doesn't believe he has weaknesses as the Lizard.
I want to create a world without weakness.
I sought to create a stronger human being, but there's no such thing.
You won't stop me again. I'm getting stronger every day.
Human beings are weak, pathetic, feeble-minded creatures. Why be human at all when we can be so much more? Faster, stronger, smarter.
So the only way he would actually die
it could be more nuanced than literal deaths. Well, no, because we know that for 3 of the villains it was deaths, and we know that for 2 of the villains they never died. So
it's the product of averages. Like,
so it doesn't make sense no matter which way you spin it.
Yeah, it's like, what else can you deduce from that?
Serum wears off, which happens in the film several times. If Lizard decides to destroy the box and stay in the MCU, then eventually his lizard form will wear off and he'll be stuck in a world where people are already after him and he has little to work with. He at least had a secret lab in the Amazing Spider-Man with materials alongside files of research and data that he needed to keep creating these serums. In the MCU, he has nothing. He has none of the money that he had in the Amazing Spider-Man to afford the resources that he brought into the sewers. He has no means of theft, he has no home or base of operations, and he's in a world where Spider-Man exists anyway, with more advanced tech than Andrew's Spider-Man, and where sorcerers exist. Why would Lizard ever want to stay in the
King of Quins, that is one hell of a stretch. Like, no. By that logic, the evil part of Doc Ock died, yet Otto Octavius still died. Like, that argument doesn't even hold up. Like, even if you want to make... that is one hell of a fucking stretch, and it still doesn't hold up. Because how do you... Because how do you explain Doc Ock? It's like the evil part of him died, and yet Otto still dies.
Well, it's like Sandman and Lizard are the only ones that technically make it out alive. Everyone else dies.
And the evil part of Sandman, it's like, you could argue he was never evil to begin with, so it's like, how the hell do you explain that one?
MCU, when he has nothing to work with here, as opposed to staying in his universe where he has...
Also, they never once established that in No Way Home. Like, they make it verbatimly clear, yeah, if we send these fuckers back to their universe, they will die. Like,
well, here's something that's
at
weird.
no point in time do they say, oh, it's the evil side of them that dies.
Also, can we just mention, if Sandman was about to die, and if it's in a fight during Spider-Man, why is he trying to help his Peter?
Yeah, it's
plenty to work
makes
with.
No sense.
If he runs into the problem of the serum wearing off like he does in the school fight, the solution would be to create a spare, or numerous spares. He has ways of avoiding his death, and he believes the only way he's vulnerable is if he isn't the Lizard. The fact he even believed for a second that he would die fighting Spider-Man as the Lizard is crazy. He would never believe this. The basis of his plan goes against him believing this. He wants to create a world...
The part of Sandman that wanted to kill Peter is dead. Okay, then how do you explain him wanting to kill Peter in No Way Home?
And this is like Spider-Man 3.
If that part of Sandman died, then why is he killing not just Tobey's Peter, but all 3 Peters in No Way Home? I appreciate that you like this film, but you cannot defend its writing. They wrote themselves into a corner, and they fucked themselves with this. They did not do their homework.
Yeah, because SK just pointed out, Venom in the Sonyverse came over, and he doesn't even have Spider-Man, nor was about to die.
That's actually a good point, yeah, like, Venom came over to the verse, and he never knew that Peter was Spider-Man. He only finds out when he's already in the verse. And Sandman never dies at all. And also, Electro never finds out that Peter is Spider-Man. So it's like, it doesn't make sense no matter which way you spin it. How do you feel about living in the UK? It's pretty fucking good, yeah.
Without weakness, yet he wants to stay in the universe where he has nothing to bring that goal into fruition. Next up, we have Electro. While it makes sense for him to want to stay in the MCU, how he goes about it is odd. The film frames it as Electro needing to be convinced.
Yeah, like, Kiwi hit the nail on the head. Sony Venom was there for fan service and for no other reason. Like, they did not care making this film, it's ridiculous.
Like, the whole point is, if this was just Tom Holland alone with random villains, and, like, say these are different versions of Spider-Man, like, different actors, not Tobey and Andrew, you would see the problems almost instantly. The only reason that no one's, like, seeing is because of nostalgia.
He witnesses Tom teleporting Electro? What do you mean by that?
It's that he's a god.
Oh, he thinks that Sandman wants to kill Tom because he thinks he killed Electro with the magic.
Which we know is not true. Like, Sandman's wanting to kill the Spider-Man even when Electro's right there. That argument doesn't hold up under scrutiny.
Yet this is literally what he said in the last film. He already has a god complex, so it's weird to see him act conflicted about Norman's speech, as if he's in the process of being convinced by it. Norman's speech shouldn't have to convince him. He should already be convinced. He should already be scheming to backstab Peter. Instead, he allows Peter to plant a device onto him when he has no idea what it'll do. He just saw Peter cure Otto in an instant by just placing a device onto him. This should worry Max. It would be nice to see Max trying to stall Peter, or even talk him out of it in some way. Perhaps even lie to him and act like he plans to use his powers to be better, just like Spider-Man does. This isn't out of character for Max to do when he's desperate for a result. He lied to Gwen about how his birthday was going to be celebrated when he was caught off guard. He came up with a pretty believable lie that he had friends who made a flyer for him and that he had a party with lots of celebrities. Gwen seemed to believe him when he talked about it. Max isn't a bad liar, and he could come up with some way to manipulate.
CM Punk fan, thank you for the $5. Whoever thinks No Way Home is the worst Spider-Man movie is dumb. I mean, it's the worst written Spider-Man movie, because literally everyone is character assassinated.
Yeah, I have to disagree with that take. That's like saying we're dumb for saying that the film has bad writing.
Well, it's like not even Far From... It's like, I don't like Far From Home at all, and I think Far From Home is overall worse than No Way Home, but it's like, not even Far From Home character assassinated everyone.
Well, I would just say this. Far From Home has inconsistent character writing and like some poor world building, but it doesn't immediately fuck everything up. Like, it's like a series of events that keep playing out, whereas like No Way Home just blows up in your face.
I mean, it's basically whichever one you think is worse. Far From Home character assassinated the MCU. No Way Home character assassinates the Spider-Verse. It's like, which do you think is worse? They're both bad for different reasons. It's like, which one do you think is worse?
You could even say it's worse for No Way Home because you could say it character assassinates the other Spider-Man in some instances.
It's like when...
So it's like it's not just one at that point.
Peter into believing that Max doesn't need to be cured. Like I said earlier, he can give a promise.
I think it's an issue when TASM 2 looks like a masterpiece by comparison in terms of villains and the writing. Like Electro in TASM 2. Like Electro in TASM 2 had so much better potential than this.
To use his powers.
Can I also mention TASM 2 has better action scenes, swing scenes, and just overall characterization of the characters, even if it isn't as well written?
Yeah. Far From Home had Mysterio, by far the best Spider-Man villain. Mysterio is literally one of the worst villains in the entire Spider-Verse.
How is TASM 2 worse?
I'm not kidding when I say this. There are villains from the Nicholas Hammond TV show that are better than MCU Mysterio. I'm not joking when I say this. Mysterio is awful. His plan makes no sense. His motivation character assassinates Tony Stark. And the drones don't even work with the rules of the story.
Yeah, and Chump Punk fan... TASM 2 is not the worst. Like, you can easily put Far From Home or No Way Home below TASM 2.
TASM 2 doesn't utterly destroy everyone. I know, right? It's implied...
TASM 2 has problems, but it's not that bad.
Rifty's getting really mad over people defending it. I mean, I'm not. Like, if people want to defend it, I'm well within my right to criticize their reasoning. It is what it is.
Yeah, like, the thing about criticism, it's only bad if you use it as a crutch to attack someone's character and not help, like, see the problems so that they don't happen again.
He could even lie and say that his Spider-Man in his universe wasn't a good person at first, but he became better over time and did plenty of good. That's not even untrue. It's not guaranteed to work, but it's something Max would try.
It would be cool if the villains did something like this, like if they tried manipulating Peter. Like if Electro tried something like this, if Norman, like, basically just... Like, it would have been cool if Norman was like Dr. Doom in the Silver Surfer film, where he's like, okay, yeah, I hate you, but I'm willing to work with you.
Well, I think the better option would be, like, even if he cured Goblin, Goblin would still be a villain. It's just, like, the idea that, yeah, it doesn't matter if you cure them, because, like, they're just, like, they've been playing you this whole time. There was no good inside them, or like, one good side just acting all innocent and another, like, just... in the background. Like, it would be interesting if Goblin actually manipulated Peter.
Alright, let's do this.
lie when it's convenient for him, and he'd want to keep his powers without dying or being sent to prison. Instead, he allows a device to be planted onto him when he has no idea what it's going to do to him. And even when he says something feels off, he allows it to keep...
Green Goblin is the worst MCU Spider-Man villain.
In terms of No Way Home, yes.
I mean, he was... I guess...
no, I would disagree with that, considering that Beck is worse than Norman, but I agree that Norman has problems.
I'd also point out that Shocker exists, and he is just a nothing burger.
Keep running instead of ripping it off before it starts having consequences on his powers. He appears conflicted and turns as if he met a realization when he hears Norman say that gods don't have to choose. It's a strange framing of his character. But even worse, when he decides to take more extreme measures and retaliate, he decides to leave instead of forcing Peter to give up the location of the box. By leaving, he gave Peter a better chance of reaching MJ and telling her to push the button, when instead it would have made more sense for him to stay there, force Peter to give up the location of the box, maybe even use Aunt May as leverage. I have no idea why leaving is his reaction, but what's even worse is that he seemingly forgives Andrew's Spider-Man.
I do like the, oh, by the way, CM Punk, thank you for the, earlier donation. I forgot to thank you. I apologize, shouldn't have called you guys dumb. That's okay,
yeah, you're
dude.
good.
Don't worry about it.
You're good.
At the end
it's just one of those things where No Way Home may not be the worst Spider-Man film, but it's still bad. Like, it's good for some qualities, but overall, it's like, it's comparing a shit cake with good frosting to, like, other good cakes with not so much frosting. That's it.
Yeah, like, the one thing that I will give Electro credit for in this film, I like the design of him better. I wasn't a big fan of his design in TASM 2. He looks way better in this film.
After one conversation with him, he tries to calm him by saying,
"Don't worry, I'm all tapped out."
Why is that his attitude? This is the Spider-Man he believes betrayed him and just wanted to set him up so he has all the attention for himself. Max refused to listen to anything Peter would say to counter him. He is set in stone in his beliefs. He never believed Spider-Man was trying to save him. And after that same Spider-Man was responsible for taking his powers, the one thing that gives him...
After you checked out the leaks of the new Spider-Man suit in Brand New Day. I mean...
It's all out.
I mean, it's not really a leak at this point.
Leak.
Like, it's on the official Marvel YouTube channel, but it's like, I don't even... Oh, excuse me. Hey, CM Punk Frank, thank you for the $2. We all have different options. I think you meant opinions, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't even like the cloth suit, because, like, from like, the perspective of the MCU, it's like, okay, you just intentionally nerfed yourself just to be, like, two guys from other universes. It's like, okay. Like, I don't even...
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And in my opinion, at least, it still doesn't look better than the Far From Home black and red suit. So, it is what it is.
Value and meaning, he has even more reason to be pissed at him. He's gonna be tossed in prison now thanks to Spider-Man. He should still resent him, and even more this time.
A world without Spider-Man, and everyone will be able to see me for who I truly am.
Except he proceeds to compliment his face, and then he starts complimenting his heroics and the impact he had on the city, the thing that he believes he's just doing for attention.
You set me up, you lied to me.
You got that suit, you help a lot of poor people.
The only negative thing he has to say is that Spider-Man isn't black.
I don't apologize, there's gotta be a black Spider-Man somewhere out there.
And then he takes Spider-Man's hand out of respect. If he's so spiteful and bitter to Spider-Man, he would have ignored his hand and gone up on his own. He'd either call out Spider-Man like he has before, or ignore him because he wants nothing to do with him.
At least he had 90.
The only problem I have is that they nerfed Tom Spider-Man. I mean, they nerf him in all of the films. Like, they nerf him in Homecoming and Far From Home as well. Like, he's nerfed in every film.
Well, it's even funnier considering that his only good scaling comes from crossovers. Like, even in Captain America Civil War, yeah, he loses to Cap because he's the most inexperienced, but it's like, outside of Infinity War and Endgame, it's like he's consistently shit.
Yeah, it's like, he's basically nerfed in all of his solo films.
Well, it's like, even in Infinity War and Endgame, it's like, he's cowering whenever he's getting shot at, he's not, like, dodging, like, when he's getting, like, bombarded. Even against, like, Cole and Thanos, like, the best he does is, like, take hits and then hits back, but it's, like, doesn't do anything that's, like, meaningful.
He should be very bitter and petty towards Spider-Man. This is a very strange
superhero
interaction
fan. How you
given
doing?
his character and what just happened. I'm fine with saying Electro is assassinated too. Doc Ock is
Hey, now we got the one I like.
next. To his credit, he starts acting very much like Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2. Alfred Molina still has it, and his character is behaving like he would at first. I do, however, think it's strange that this film acts as if Otto would immediately become a good guy after the inhibitor chip gets fixed. It makes it
I need
I hate that.
I need to listen to this bit again, because I'm fairly certain I went on a disagreement day, and I disagreed with SK on this. I want to listen to this bit, like, more in depth. But one thing that I will say I really liked about Alfred Molina's Doc Ock in this film, even though the arms were like fully CGI in this film, they still look great.
seem like Otto has no agency in any of his decisions, and it was solely just the arms. That's not the case. Otto still needed to be radicalized into his beliefs. While his inhibitor chip was destroyed for a while in Spider-Man 2, the arms needed to argue with Otto on what to do about his machine.
Monstrous things should be at the bottom of the river, along with me. Rebuild. No, Peter was right. I miscalculated. I couldn't have miscalculated. It was working, wasn't it? We need money. Steal it. No, I'm not a criminal. The real crime would be not to finish what we started.
If Otto truly had no agency and was just being controlled, he wouldn't put up any argument with the arms. He would just submit to their demands immediately with no questions asked. It wasn't just mind control, it was a manipulation tactic that played on his pride and ego. He had to form an ideology before actually doing what the arms wanted. Yet in No Way Home, it gets dropped entirely just because the inhibitor chip was fixed. Compare that to Spider-Man 2, where the arms begin to lose their functionality, but Peter still needs to convince Otto not to listen to these voices in his head. There's still an ideology that Otto has formed and needs to be talked out of. This doesn't...
Okay, yeah, I was wrong there then. I think I misinterpreted the argument. Yeah, I think I'm definitely wrong.
Like
with
when
that
you're
one.
in motion, it's easy to misinterpret stuff.
Yeah, I think it's because I don't use words like agency often, so it's like I kind of just misinterpreted it. But yeah, SK is completely right there. They made Doc Ock a far worse villain in No Way Home, which is all the more frustrating because, hot take, I prefer Doc Ock to Green Goblin.
Yeah, it's just weird because I feel like after the like imagine this. Imagine if he put the chip into Otto, and then he pretended and then he just straight up went attack mode. Like assuming right after Peter took off the Iron Spider stuff.
Happen in No Way Home, yet he's fully reformed. That just makes for a less interesting character if he's literally just...
I also hate the fact that Tony Stark's nanotech is somehow compatible with his fucking tentacles.
Yeah.
How the hell does that make sense?
Like, it makes no sense because if they can be controlled wirelessly, why would he have them injected into his spine? It implies that it's analog, not wireless. Like, that's why I hate that scene. It would be nice if the nanotech restricted the arms, like it was strong enough to restrict them, but not control them.
Yeah, it's like, and it's all the more annoying when, like, the nanotech literally dissolves into the arms. Like, it's not the T-1000. It's like... I don't know, I really hate that. It's like the nanotech... We've gone so far as to say that Tony Stark's technology is character assassinated. Do you know how bad this is? Like
it's plot armor.
They just pull this random ability out of their ass. It's like, okay, so Iron Man's tech is suddenly capable of merging with other machines. Since when?
Mind controlled until he isn't, with no agency at all.
It's like Doctor Strange's cloak is also character assassinated in this film. It's like, they just ruined everything.
Had it.
Ideology of his own, but even after Doc Ock is reformed, he's still out of character. He offers to help wherever he can, yet he leaves Aunt May and Peter to suffer or die at the hands
That cut was amazing. Yeah, how can I help? Just dips.
of the villains. He just runs off instead of seeking an opportunity to help. And if the villains manage to force Peter to give up the location of the box and therefore destroy it, which he should know is what they want, that...
I mean, we almost got that scene, because it's like he restrained Goblin's glider, and then Goblin's glider just magically cut through his arms, even though his arms are, like, resistant to fucking chainsaws.
Well, it's like, for example, like, what if Otto was fighting Lizard? Like, that would be an interesting thing.
Yeah, Otto versus Lizard would be sick. Or, like, Otto versus, like, 2 Spider-Man. Actually, no, that'd be a bit unfair. But, like, yeah, Otto versus Goblin would be sick.
just leaves Doc Ock no way back to his universe, which means he can't be there to help his Spider-Man take down the machine and save the world. That's two major reasons he's out.
Stark Technology and the Cloak aren't characters, what are we talking about? It's a joke, but
No.
the point I'm making is that the tech in this film makes no sense because they do things that they're not established to be able to do.
Even
Like-
the cloak is semi-sentient, and it behaves a certain way that it never would.
Well, it's
Like, it wouldn't press the button, it wouldn't,
Well, no, because like no matter which way you look at it, it's stupid. Because it's like, okay, how does Doc Ock merge with the nanotech, or how does the nanotech merge with the tentacles? Like it makes no sense no matter which way you phrase it.
Also, this actually, after you just said that, I just thought of something. You know how Tom controlled the arms, and they're like, you don't listen to them, you listen to me. So you're telling me the arms are like mute now?
Well, no,
He's already cured him.
I just thought about an even worse part about that scene. You know how the nanotech merges with the arms?
Yes.
It only merged with one of them. The other three weren't merged.
Yeah, and
Like, do you remember? Like, do you know the scene where like Doc Ock gives the nanotech back to Peter? It's only one of the arms it comes from.
Yeah, and it's only Tom's chest plate. It's not even the full Iron Spider. It's
Oh, Jesus Christ. This film's awful.
But it's just like the more you think about it, the worse it gets. And I'm just like thinking to myself, if Tom had control of the AI and the arms from the beginning, Otto should have already been cured, like with the chip.
It's like, how? It's like, what should have happened is Tom should have been able to control one of the arms, and then Otto just kills him with the other three.
Yes.
Or the other two, sorry, because he restrained him with one of them.
Well, it's just like, no matter how you look at it, it's like, Otto, by this logic of this film, should have been cured the moment he lost that fight.
Well, it's like by that
nanotech.
logic as well, one of the arms is like superior to the other three, but that's never established in Spider-Man 2. Fairly certain that's never established in any Doc Ock media ever.
Out of character for that alone. Doc Ock is assassinated as well. I've recently noticed this while I was editing.
Like, this is so... Like, to put into context as to how stupid this is, imagine if someone's wheelchair was character assassinated. Like, that's how dumb this is.
And it was so significant that I felt it was worth adding. Doc Ock is actively against Doctor Strange sending him home.
And then what? We perish?
Doc Ock doesn't believe he's going to die. He thought it was nonsense when Flint claimed that he
Yeah, like, hang on, I'm gonna freeze it on the exact
with his
moment.
machine. The reason for that is because while he...
Wait, why do all of the arms have the nanotech there? Like, two of them are red, but that's not what we saw in the bridge scene.
No.
Only one of them had the... Rift, Iron Man's tech is superior to the arms. Yes, and the Iron Man... That's irrelevant. The Iron Man tech is pulling an ability out of its ass that no one's seen before.
Well, it makes no sense, because Otto's technology shouldn't be wireless to begin with.
Yeah, like, how the hell is Iron Man's tech compatible with Doc Ock's arms? It's tech from a different time period, from a different universe. Like, how the hell is that? Like, that's such a stretch.
Also, are you
No
saying
pun
that
intended.
4 AIs... Are you saying 4 AI arms and an armor is somehow better than just 1 AI from a suit?
It's like saying... Yeah, it makes, like, no sense. Hey, Batgirl's in the
Plus,
chat. Sweet.
It's just like, put it like this. If Otto could control his arms wirelessly, like not even attach it to his spine, why would he in the first place? And even if he didn't want to say that and just say, oh,
He had Peter by
back to the arm and now it's wireless. The problem with that is, how does it even get through? Because the coding in AI may be completely different.
the throat. He was
Like, to
telling
anything
him
it's
that he
encountered, it'd be
refuses to
incompatible.
destroy his machine, which means he doesn't believe it's a failure.
But it's like, the only argument that I can think is like, why is it a stretch, Rift? Because technology from another universe made in a different time period is somehow compatible with technology that it's never seen before. When
Like, for
this
example,
is, and
in the
this
new
is,
Fantastic Four,
and this,
like-
hold on, this is an ability as well that Stark's suits have never developed once. Like, Stark's
Like, for
suits
example,
have never been
imagine-
able to do this.
Like, for example, think of it this way. Imagine if he put nanotech on Ant-Man's suit and somehow controlled the PIM particles when he shouldn't even know how it works. Or even Reed Richards stuff in the new Fantastic Four film. It's like, even if the technology can somehow interface with it, it shouldn't be so OP that it can literally harness its capabilities without knowing the ins and outs.
Like, this makes no damn sense.
It was working, wasn't it?
Either the nanobots are sentient, which that's not the case,
or they're so advanced they can hack anything,
which is never established.
Or different than it is.
Yes.
Sure, the machine.
Like, for example, it's so stupid. It'd be like if Iron Man's tech can somehow influence alien technology, like Star-Lord's. That's how bad it is.
Like if the Mark III on its own could somehow control the Mark 85. Yeah, exactly. Like,
yes,
it makes no sense. Or vice versa, the Mark 85 can control the Mark III. It makes no sense.
Think about. I mean, if Iron Man had this already, imagine if he used it against any of his armored villains like Whiplash or Ironmonger when he first started. Like, why wasn't this a thing but back then, or at least an attempt?
Yeah, it would be like if in Iron Man 2, he's like, oh, my suit has an arc reactor, your suit has an arc reactor. Okay, we're suddenly able to Bluetooth together and play Animal Crossing on our fucking Iron Man suits. Like, do you know how dumb that would be?
Like, it would make all Iron Man's villains irrelevant. And
aside
you can say that,
from
this is
maybe
early
the
Iron
Mandarin.
Man. But it's like, even if you wanted to say that's early Iron Man, imagine if he did that against every tech-based opponent ever. Like, forward. It would make all his villains irrelevant.
Yeah, it's like a good example as well. It's like, if you compare like two versions of the Terminator, it's like one of them can merge with machines, the other can't. It's like, but it's established that they have those abilities at least.
But
well, no, it's like they're compatible because they're the same technology.
No, that's not what I said. The point is that the T-800 cannot merge with machines. It's not an ability that machine has, but the T-1000 can. So it's like, I'm not going to criticize the T-1000 for merging with machines, but I would criticize the T-800 for doing that, because it's not capable of doing so.
Well, my point was simply being is, it would make no sense if a Terminator interfaced with a technology that it wasn't familiar with. It hacking other Terminators makes sense, but if you told me the Terminator can hack Iron Man's suit, yeah, that's bullshit.
The universes aren't radically different. Like, this isn't alien tech. Why is it similar to hacking? Because the point that I'm making is that Iron Man's tech is suddenly able to hack, like, technology that's old from another universe. And this is an ability that the Iron Man tech has never once developed. Like, the nanotech has never shown this ability. It comes out of nowhere.
Even if there's a risk of his machine causing him to drown, he would still believe there's a chance to prevent that. Even if the risk is high, that shouldn't matter.
That's a risk we're willing to take.
If Doc Ock has the choice between staying in the MCU or returning to his universe, he would choose to return to his universe. At the beginning of the film, he wanted his machine back, but all of a sudden, he doesn't want to go home anymore, where his machine is, to finish what he started.
It was my dream.
Now
Oh god, Green Goblin. Oh no, oh no.
Also, just one last thing to skip the Otto thing. If the nanobots are that good at hacking Otto's arms, it should have automatically been a chip to begin with. Like, Peter didn't have to make a control chip for Otto if the nanotech was that good.
Oh god, Green Goblin.
But it just makes no sense because he does have control of the AI, so it's like it should have already acted that way. But I digress.
Oh god, Green Goblin. Right, here we go. I'm fairly certain his segment is longer than all of the other villain segments combined.
Goblin is the last villain on the list to go over. He may be the main villain of the movie and our favorite, but he works the least compared to the rest. Almost nothing about his character in this movie is in character. He is massively assassinated as a character. For starters, the dynamic between Norman and the Goblin is completely off. And to understand, let's recall their dynamic in the first movie. Norman plays innocent and ignorant to what the Green Goblin has done to benefit him, despite knowing the truth. We know he was lying the moment he pretended not to remember what happened the night of Strom's death, despite playing it back in his head as it was—
Rift, Iron Man figured out time travel, I don't know your frustration. Okay, so see, this is the thing you're not understanding. So Iron Man developed time travel, therefore his technology can do a thing it's never been established to do before. That's not a counter to my point.
Not to mention, that takes place after the Iron Spider was made, not before.
Yeah, that takes place after the Iron Spider was made. So it's like...
Even if you want to say Tony is that smart, the problem is that Tony himself is gone, and the technology he has made is no longer in development. And we've never seen the nanobots act this way. Even if you look at Ironheart, they're like, yeah, if technology can interface with others, she would already have a functional Iron Man suit.
Was talked about.
Or Ironheart suit.
Play the innocent with me. You've known all along. Did you think it was coincidence?
Oscorp Industries has surpassed Quest Aerospace. Costs are down, revenues are up, and our stock has never been higher.
So many good things all happening. All for you.
What do you want?
To say what you won't. To do what you can't. To remove those in your way.
You're out, Norman.
Out, am I?
Bro, this motherfucker's such a good actor.
Bringing you what you've always wanted. Power.
Showing the only good stuff about this.
The Green Goblin acts in favor of what Norman wants. Norman only hesitates because he wants to be perceived as innocent and incapable of any wrongdoing. That's why he covered up Strom's death as opposed to coming clean and trying to put down the Goblin persona within. He willingly holds onto it as opposed to getting help because it grants him his wishes. He happily accepted this moving forward from the mirror scene. He only begs for mercy and pleads innocence as a means of trapping Peter. He's not actually innocent. He's not actually remorseful for trying to kill all those people.
You killed those people on that balcony.
The Goblin killed. I had nothing to do with it.
Don't let him take me again.
You tried to kill Aunt May. You tried to kill Mary Jane.
It's clearly a manipulation tactic.
I couldn't stop it. If anything ever happened.
Yeah, it's like he's literally lying to his face whilst, like, readying an attack. It's like...
And you can't even say it's the Goblin's persona. That's the worst part, because it's just like, it's either Norman has a good side, or that good side's working with the Goblin. But either case, it makes no sense.
Yeah, it's like...
Happened to me.
Hey, Houston, how you doing?
That I could count on.
No Way Home portrays the complete opposite. Norman is shown to be afraid of the Goblin persona for some reason, as if he wants to get rid of it. That's not how the Green Goblin operates, yet the film portrays it this way.
Coward.
Also, can we... Hold on.
Make me sick. Hiding in the shadows. Hiding from who you truly are. You can't escape yourself.
Also, can we just appreciate the fact that he destroys the mask instantly? The same helmet that took a beating from Spider-Man. The guy who's implied to be stronger than Green Goblin.
Not to mention, it stated that helmet saved his life multiple times from Spider-Man in like multiple forms of media.
The fucking helmet is character assassinated.
It seems like this is meant to imply that by escaping himself,
so his armor's
Goblin
nerfed, but
means
Goblin
that
was
Norman
buffed.
wants
Gotcha.
to reject the darker half of himself. He destroys the mask he regularly uses to maintain his secret identity. Why is this?
I saw Spider-Man in an ad for this place, and I thought he could help me.
Sometimes I'm not myself. I'm someone else. And every time he's in control, I can't remember. I'm here in this place. I don't know what's going on with me.
Clowning.
That's the sort of dialogue you'd expect from Sentry, not Green Goblin.
Yeah, like Sentry is more of the what got like they tried to go with,
There's
but it
no
doesn't make
way-
sense here.
God damn it, Rift. What? I didn't make the film. What do you mean? Sorry, I'm pointing things out that's in the film.
In a million years, Norman Osborn would ever respond like this. Norman would never show weakness to Spider-Man of all...
I don't like the mask was destroyed. He's still crappy when he had it on. Yeah, it's like, it's stupid that he breaks the mask, because number one, that mask is amazing. Like, seriously, that mask is awesome. But it's also dumb that he breaks it in one hit, when it's like it took a beating from Spider-Man. Like, I don't know, man.
People and start crying and begging him for help. This right here is complete character assassination for Norman. If he went to Peter for the sole purpose of...
I said creepy, not crappy. Oh, I agree it's crappy that they broke the mask. I mean... in this film...
Am I?
Well, the thing that's really weird about Goblin is that he's perfectly in character when he first appears on the bridge, but then in the alleyway, he's suddenly just completely different. It's weird.
Alright, so Kiwi asked a very important question. If you... Like, if we were in charge of No Way Home, like, from say that Homecoming and Far From Home are still exactly the same. What would we do for No Way Home as like a way to fix everything? Just one thing.
You wouldn't. It'd be impossible. You'd have to start from scratch. Unironically,
no, I feel like there is a way. One thing that
I would do is I'd make No Way Home like Spider-Verse. So like you know when in the final battle of Spider-Verse where Miles fights Kingpin and it's like where everything's going to shit? I think it would be a cool idea if like they were to fight like Goblin there. And it's like he successfully manipulated them. To like I think that would have been pretty cool.
Well, I think a simple change would be like have it. Sorry.
I mean, I just think that it's pretty impossible to fix this film because there's just one too many things going wrong.
Yeah, like I think that you should like throw away the script and make a new one. Like I wouldn't even say that if you wanted to have the multiverse stuff still happen. The thing about it is you have to have it centered around the idea that Tom is confronting responsibility. And it addresses his behavior in Homecoming and Far From Home.
He's lying when he goes to Spider-Man for help. But why would... He's clearly not lying.
No, that doesn't make sense. It's
well, first of all, he would never go to Spider-Man for help anyways. Like,
and by the way, if he thinks it's Toby was almost gonna kill him.
And he definitely wouldn't beg him for help like this.
If anything, Goblin is the kind of person that would make Aunt May scream for her life saying, "Finish it," than, like, being like this.
The Jack Kentner jab in this video didn't age well. I know, right?
Finding a way home, that would be fine, but if he just needed to find a way home, he wouldn't need to mention the fact that the Green Goblin takes control and that he's clearly suffering from a mental condition. That's
actually a really good point. Like, if he went to Spider-Man with the intention of just going back to his verse, that would be fine. But it's the fact that, it's like, he could have kept the mask and pretended to be like a superhero. Like, if he had the full costume, it would make sense. It's like, yeah, I'm a superhero. I wear this outfit because, like, to preserve my secret identity, just like how you do. It's like, that would be fine. But it's the fact that he's like, what? He's like, oh, I'm not myself. I'm someone else. This other guy takes control. It's like, that's not Norman Osborn at all.
Well, can I also say, it's just plain the victim. And it's like, do you think Goblin would play the victim? Unless it was, like, absolutely necessary?
Why does Norman have to reveal he's a villain if he wants to trick him? Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Well, here's the biggest question. Why does he even bother? Like, if he knows that Peter's Spider-Man, he's at Aunt May's, and if he wants anything, he can just straight up threaten her life. Even put her in a place isolated and demand anything he wants.
He's trying to see if a theory of him being in a different universe is correct.
That's correct either way. He would know just, based on seeing Aunt May and Peter's face.
Well, yeah, he would know that either way, because, like, the Feast Center doesn't exist in Toby's timeline, in Toby's verse.
Not to mention, villains don't exist, like, Mysterio, heck, the Avengers Tower, S.H.I.E.L.D., like, everything is different. He would easily conclude that. In fact, even Andrew concludes that without anyone telling him.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like Norman's not a dumbass. It's like, I feel like he'd know that.
The first Raimi movie. In No Way Home, he mentions this mental condition to Peter because he wants to get help for the condition, and he wants Spider-Man to get rid of that darker half of him. Which makes no sense because Norman accepted that part of himself in Spider-Man 1, and him forgetting what happens when he's the Goblin isn't something that actually happens. That was a lie Norman told to cover up his involvement in Strom's death. He didn't actually forget. He just pretended to. That's why he figured out Peter's identity based on the cut on his wrist. He still remembers what he does as the Green Goblin because he willingly accepted it. No Way Home doesn't acknowledge this. They treat his excuse of forgetting what happens as earnest. When Norman was clearly going insane in the mirror scene, his response was...
He literally says, I'm something of a scientist myself. Yeah, true. Oh, man.
The more you think about the film, the worse it gets.
Instead of rejecting it and trying to get help for his condition, since Goblin gives him what he wants in the end.
SK, what's worse? Insomniac Spider-Man 2 or No Way Home? What's worse in terms of writing?
Power
like
beyond your wildest dreams, and it's only the
I feel like I know the answer, but I'm curious to what you'll say.
inning.
Yet in this movie, they have him trash his gear and smash the Green Goblin mask as if he wants nothing to do with it, as if he wants to escape that part of himself, and then have him cry for Spider-Man's help to get rid of his mental condition. Does this sound like the Green Goblin to you at all? He would only cry for help as a last resort to outsmart.
Kiwi, if you have a villain named Aaron, what should be the last name? He's a dangerous guy with wolf-like abilities. I mean, Aaron Blackheart comes to mind, because Blackheart is the name of a werewolf clan.
Now I'm just thinking of Blackheart from Marvel.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say Aaron Blackheart. Like, that makes sense. Or like, Aaron Ironfang. Or Shadow Tribe, or something like that. Just like the surname of a werewolf clan, it's like, that makes sense.
Spider-Man, not as a genuine cry for help.
What have I done?
The Goblin killed. I had nothing to do with it.
This scene strongly mischaracterizes Norman Osborn in Raimi's movie.
Yeah, it's literally a night and day difference. Yeah, like
basic comparisons reveal all.
Antithetical to his character. What's even worse is Norman's plan when he learns that he's going to die. He gets told that he dies from being impaled by his own glider. However, Norman, being as smart as he is, would know that being given information from the future can change
Sonic Forces is better than No Way Home. Ew.
What takes place in the past.
In terms
Being
of a story
informed
or
of
a
how
game?
you die gives you plenty of room to avoid that
Oh,
outcome.
yeah, sorry.
All
That's
Norman
so
needs
bad.
to do is not use his glider to kill Spider-Man, as well as apply additional caution and preparations before going into battle with Spider-Man, or come up with an alternate attack plan that doesn't give Peter the chance to suit up as Spider-Man. What Norman does instead is beg Peter to save his life, and he hopes to stay in the MCU forever. Norman doesn't have Oscorp in the MCU. His billions of dollars are gone, and he's devoid of many of the same resources he has back in his universe.
I started this company. You know how much I sacrificed?
He also
That hits
loses
so
his
hard
son,
now.
who he wanted to...
What do you mean? Wait, what?
You know how much I sacrifice as he abandons everything he sacrificed for.
Yeah, fair point. He's like, yeah, you know what? I'm perfectly happy staying in the MCU, where I am not where everything is that I sacrificed.
take over his company and therefore...
Fucking hell. It's really annoying that they assassinate the Raimi characters the most. I wonder if Sam Raimi Spider-Man's still in the chat. I might debate him on the topic.
It's just like the moment I heard that, I'm just like...
Do you know how much I sacrificed? Meanwhile, let me just stay in the MCU where I don't have Oscorp or my son. It's like, yeah, good plan, dipshit.
or preserve the Osborn legacy.
You can't even say he would take over
the
Stark
MCU
or anything, 'cause he has
more
no
heroes
pull.
than just Spider-Man. Doctor Strange could throw Norman in a cell by just looking at him. There's absolutely nothing for Norman to gain by staying in the MCU. He doesn't have his wealth. He doesn't have his company or his home. He doesn't have his son. He can't go back home to continue shaping his son to be his successor when he wanted Harry to preserve his legacy. And even though Norman is known to be a bad father, that doesn't mean he doesn't care about Harry deep down. Part of his journey in the first Raimi movie was showing more appreciation to Harry after he realized that Peter Parker wasn't on his side.
I'm so sorry. I haven't always been there for you, have I?
You're busy. You're an important man.
That's no excuse. I'm proud of you, and I've lost sight of that somewhere, but I gotta make it up to you, Harry.
He grows.
The thing that's interesting about this is that Norman's character is so interesting in Spider-Man 1 that you genuinely don't know if he cares about Harry or if he's just manipulating him.
It's just, yeah.
Like, you genuinely can't tell. And that's what I think is so fascinating about it. Chat, what do you think? Do you think he genuinely cares about Harry, or do you think he's manipulating him? One, if you think he cares. Two, if you think it's a manipulation.
Well, what I think is interesting is regardless of your interpretation, it's like in this moment he is proud of Harry for telling him something he can use against Peter. It's like, yeah, I'm proud that you told me that regardless if he cares about Harry or not.
Yeah, like he's literally... Yeah, that's a good point. It's like... It's actually pretty interesting when you think about it. It's like... At this moment in time, it's like you don't really know if he's like... I think Norman has grown to care for Harry, but for the wrong reasons. He cares his last words are don't tell Harry. I mean,
yeah, that's
you could say that, but it's like Norman's so spiteful. You could genuinely make an argument. He's like, yeah, don't tell Harry. It's like with his dying breath, he's like, all right, I'm just gonna fuck with Peter one last time.
Like that's quite funny.
I genuinely believe he would do that.
Torture yourself trying to keep this secret. Like it's just funny. Like torture yourself trying to keep this shit secret from someone who will forever hate you.
Yeah, it's
something like that.
Yeah, it's like, you could genuinely make the argument that, like, in his dying breath, he just wants to torment Peter one last time. He's like, Peter...
Like, it just shows, like, the layers of writing, because it's like, Spider-Man 1, you legitimately can, like, fit layer on top of layer and interpret it two different ways, where in No Way Home, it's just completely disassembled.
Yeah, it's like, he could just... the funny thing is, though, is that, like, the characters are that interesting that you could make the argument that that's the case. But it's like, in No Way Home, it's like, it's not really the case. It's like... SK made a really good it was either SK or Comic Legend in the Spider-Man 2 stream. It's like, you know that scene in Spider-Man 1 where Peter's tripping balls because of Scorpion's toxin, and like he hears like what he believes is Otto? It's like,
yeah.
The funny thing is with that scene is that we know for a fact that Otto has Peter's phone number, so there is kind of a thing where it's like, you don't know if it's just Peter tripping balls or if Otto is actually talking to Peter over the phone. It's like, you don't know, and it's interesting.
Interpretations.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's like good writing is when there's multiple interpretations, and it can go either way, and it still works either way.
And that's the thing that made Otto such an interesting villain in Spider-Man 1. It's like, there was enough evidence to suggest that he was a good man, and he just fell to the dark side. But there's also enough evidence to suggest that he was always a spiteful man beneath the surface, and he just pretended to be a good person. It's like, there's enough evidence for both sides, and it makes him such a fascinating villain as a result.
Like, you could even just say his head was in the clouds, but his body was in the darkest part, if that were to make sense. Like, that's how I interpret it. Like, his body was going downhill, so he went downhill with his body, in a sense.
Yeah, it's like quite poetic.
Just to realize that he didn't treat Harry as fairly as he should have.
I'm going to rectify certain inequities.
And at the end of the film, his last words are, "Don't tell Harry," because deep down, he still cares.
I think my new headcanon is that he doesn't care for Harry, he just wanted to fuck with Peter one last time.
Well,
like, the film is so much funnier if you think that.
Norman knows how he dies, and therefore can avoid it. Yet when he gets a hold of...
Yeah, he's just... it's like, this guy's so spiteful, he came back from the dead just to fuck with his own son.
Don't tell Harry, because deep down...
Like, imagine this, hold on, I'll pause on the moment.
Norman knows...
Yeah, it's like, right here, he's like, haha, I got Peter. I got that motherfucker.
I lost the battle, but I will win the war.
It's like, I got that motherfucker, he thinks I cared for my own son. It's like...
how he dies, and therefore can avoid it. Yet when he gets a hold of the box that decides his fate, he ensures his own...
Also, can we just appreciate how much Doc Ock's arms can fucking stretch?
Can avoid it. Yet when he gets a hold of the box that decides his fate,
it's kind of ironic when you realise that Doc Ock's arms can stretch more than Mr. fucking Fantastic in the Fantastic Four film.
Also,
it's actually quite interesting when you think about that. Like, so, look at that shit, that's insane.
Also, this is something you won't notice, but he's actually longer in No Way Home than he ever is in Spider-Man 2. Like, his arm never extends that far.
Yeah, like, do they ever give a reason why his arms can stretch? Like, are they just, like, retractable, or do they go inside of him? Like...
No, like I think the basic answer is they didn't pay attention to the arm length in Spider-Man 2.
He's got that length on him. Yeah, he popped Viagra. Like, look at this shit. When she tells you that she's a gamer, and just I'm sorry. But like, Jesus, yeah, it's like, even then, it's like, when you compare it to the length of the other arms, it's like, bullshit, are they that length? Like, that's insane.
And you know what makes it worse? You remember in the bank scene, he had a trench coat on? How did that hide the...
Yeah, it's like, how the hell does the trench coat hide all the arms? It's like, do they fold inside of his body? They're not retractable, but they can stretch.
Yeah, it still doesn't make sense. Like, if it's this long in Spider-Man 2, it makes no... Like, this is why I say No Way Home ruins it, because they're not this long in Spider-Man 2, and it's like in Spider-Man 2, he hides him in a trench coat.
The one thing that I do like about this scene, though, is the actual, like, the movement of the arms itself. It's like, he literally looks like a fucking Kraken right now. It reminds me of, like, you know in Pirates of the Caribbean 2, with, like, the Kraken tentacles. It's like, that's what it reminds me of. It looks really good. Like this, like I don't hate every second of this film. Like his arms are cool. It's just his arms didn't skip arm or leg day. I know, right?
Ensures his own demise by locking himself in the universe where he has less but has to deal with more. He did this after he saw Doctor Strange and three.
I mean, to be fair, he's dealing with a dog shit Spider-Man.
I got it. I've just realized something. Hold on.
Where he has less.
When Goblin throws the blades, keep an eye on Tom's Spider-Man. Okay, the one in the middle.
But has to deal with.
I'm just gonna slow it down so we can see this. Right, you guys talk about Miles Morales and useless backflips. Get a load of this.
More. He did this after he saw Doctor Strange and three
what does he
spiders.
He literally jumps into the damn blades. If he had stood still, he would have been fine.
I mean, not.
He literally jumps into the fucking blades. Like his spider sense is it is on work leave. It is on unpaid leave right now.
Right there. Green Goblin ensured his own demise instead of sending him.
Like, you want to talk about freaking Miles Morales having useless backflips? This motherfucker jumped into the attack.
Back to his.
Also, it's pretty funny watching Toby just fucking get yeeted off of this
home
plane.
turf where it's safer. He should have been Team Doctor Strange and.
He's trying to pull a Tobey Maguire. I know, right? Auto saved Tom's Peter. Yeah, that moment when a human man in his 50s can react faster than Spider-Man. Oh dear.
Or Spider-Man's so incompetent, he dodges into the attack.
Let it happen. Green Goblin is supposed to be a great manipulator. All he had to do...
He just forgot he had webs. Yeah, that's the thing as well. Like, all three Spider-Man just stand there and are just like, take me gently.
Okay, can I just say something? You remember that one scene in the Insomnia games where when a bomb's about to go off, at least Peter reacts, like, instantly. Like, he doesn't just stand still.
Yeah, he, like, freaking jumps into the damn... I thought he was trying to web up the attack. Well, no, because webs have range, and he had plenty of time to do it. Also, I could just appreciate that Toby didn't do anything either. You know, the guy who, like, webbed all those fucking blades in, like, the Harry fight.
Suggests that Doctor Strange may have a point and claim that he's willing to sacrifice his own life if it means helping everyone else's. This would have been smart for Norman to do if he wanted to preserve his legacy and stay in power. Norman seems more insistent on corrupting Peter above all else, even at the cost of his own death, which is similar to what he did to Toby's Peter, but he only wanted to corrupt that Peter for self-preservation reasons.
There's only one who can stop us. Or imagine if he joined us.
Norman spared his Peter and even kept his identity a secret because he wanted to convince Spider-Man to his cause, and there's plenty to gain from having Spider-Man work
fucking love the let the fucking head slap.
With him. He sees them as exceptional beings that can accomplish plenty if they work together. They get to control the city at their will, all for the sake of their interests and gain. In No Way Home, he literally just wants to corrupt...
Yeah,
go on.
There was this YouTube thing where it was just like Peter and Goblin saying, "Okay, I'm willing to join you. So what? Do you want to rob a bank? Well, I got plenty of money. Wait, so do you have like wealth and power, and are you a billionaire? Well, I have like resources." And it's like, are you just this guy dressing up just to kill people? Is that really what you do? Like, that's fucking bizarre. like he's just going over, why should I join you?
Yeah, could you imagine if
you
Peter...
have everything I want.
Could you imagine if Peter did that? Like, alright, yeah, let me just join Goblin. Alright, let's rob a bank. No, I have money. It's like, okay, well, let's go kill people. It's like, no, I did that earlier. It's like, okay, well, let's go fight the military. Well, blew up their bunker already. It's like...
It's just like, what do I gain from joining you? You have everything. Like, are you just some guy who just dresses up just to kill people? Is that really all you do?
Yeah, it's like, he literally has no reason to join Goblin when you think about it. Like, Goblin has, like...
Spider-Man as if it's some
like,
Batman
Goblin could
Joker
just give him millions of dollars, and it's just like, oh, back off and I'll give you millions of dollars. It's like, okay, so... what's to stop me from taking the million and just beating your ass?
Yeah.
Dynamic. He kills Aunt May as a means of pushing him to try killing Norman.
We don't.
Also, can we just appreciate the fact that MJ had plot armor there? Like, this is the same glider that can slice through Doc Ock's arms, yet for some reason it doesn't cut Aunt May in half.
Yeah, like, that makes no sense.
She
should have been impaled. Like, imagine if she was still attached to the glider impaled.
Dynamic. He kills Aunt May as a...
Yeah, like, like, a regular human woman is more durable than Doc Ock's arms. Like, okay.
Also,
sure.
with the speed it was coming in, it should have cut her in half Darth Maul style.
Yeah, it's like, it's the same glider that killed Goblin himself. It's like, how the hell does
Norman,
a regular human, like, just get around with just a scratch?
Oh, this film. Oh, this fucking film.
Need you to save us.
May I didn't skip back there. Yeah, so many men blew her back out that her back just became indestructible.
We don't need to be fixed. Gods don't have to choose. We take.
Strong enough to have it all.
Too weak to take it!
Probably the only good quote in the film.
Yeah, the glider got character assassinated. I know, right? They assassinated the fucking glider. That's amazing.
This
that
isn't
made
at
her
all
do a
like what he
Kit
tried
Kat.
with
Yeah, literally.
Toby's Peter, because this would actively turn Tom's Peter against him, and he doubles down on this when he fights Peter.
Too weak to send me home to die.
I just want to kill you myself.
Attaboy.
Why is this what Green Goblin wants above all else? Is this why he allows Peter to hang on to his glider instead of just killing him in the many ways he has? It seems to me like he wants Peter alive, which is why he didn't kill him back at the condo, but he has no reason not to kill him or at least torture him at this point. Yet he let him go after throwing the pumpkin bomb. Recall that when Peter escaped in the burning building fight, Green Goblin was pissed off. He didn't want him to escape at all.
No one says no to me!
Yet in this fight, he allows Peter the chance to come back from this when he
It's so silly the way that Peter flies out that explosion. Like, he flies out, like, so slowly and gracefully. Just...
And
just...
it's also just funny. Web the bomb and throw it.
Yeah, it's like, you have webs, use them. It's like it's like they have web attacks and they just forget they have them. It's like, what are you, man, or are you Spider-Man? Like...
He should be acting in self-preservation.
Well, it's like Harry throws a bomb at Peter and
like every character in this film
him.
just forgets they have webs at times. It's stupid.
Peter kills him, but that's the very outcome he wanted to avoid in Spider-Man 1.
Spider-Man is all but invincible.
My favorite line from Goblin in Spectacular: "We all wear masks, Spider-Man, but which one is real? The one that hides your face or the one that is your face?" That's quite a deep line, I won't lie.
But Parker, we can
Peter, you're insane. Green Goblin, I know. What's your point? Yeah, pretty much. Like,
You're
imagine
just getting that now.
Like, imagine if Peter said that at the very end of No Way Home, and Green Goblin's just like, "Are you fucking serious? It took you that long to work it out that I'm off my tits? Like, what do you mean?"
destroy him, make him suffer, make him wish he were dead.
It'd be like if at the final battle, it'd be like if at the final battle, Tom's just like, "Holy shit, he's made of sand! He's literally called Sandman!"
And then grant his wish. First, we attack his heart.
Norman only wanted to attack his heart, so it becomes easier and more satisfying to kill him. And when Norman is basically beaten by this point, he stabs Toby and then says this.
She was there because of you. You.
She was there because she was a dumbass.
Killed her.
He's still tempting Peter to
She
kill him.
kinda killed herself.
But when Norman thought he...
I mean, technically.
Like, Peter could have just outright said, "Hide with MJ and Ned, you're not coming with me." Only to proceed, "Yeah, you're fine to come along, despite the fact I set my best friend and my love interest away so that they don't deal with any of this shit. But yeah, I have no problems with you if you die on my watch. Okay, come along."
Yeah, basically, it's so dumb. And I also hate the fact that Uncle Ben just means nothing in this universe.
Doesn't even have a gravestone next to
was
May.
beat in Spider-Man 1, he begged for mercy and pretended to be innocent to throw off Spider-Man so that he could get a killing blow in. In this scene, Norman is making it blatantly obvious that he's still evil and isn't going to throw off Peter by making it seem like there's still an innocent man down there. He's knowingly giving Peter more...
He knows Peter's morals and is trying to break them. The difference...
No, he doesn't.
Well, no, hold on. He does know Peter's morals. The difference, though, is that in Spider-Man 1, he wanted to break Peter so that Peter would help Norman. Like, he wanted to break Peter's morals to, like, so that he would work with Norman, rather than stop him. But it's like, the difference in No Way Home is that Norman is willing to, like, let Peter kill him in order to break his morals, which is completely different to what it was in Spider-Man 1. It's like in Spider-Man
he's not
1.
the Joker.
It's like in Spider-Man 1, he wants to like corrupt Peter for self-preservation. In this film, he wants to commit suicide basically to corrupt Peter. Like, it's not the same thing at all.
Not to mention, I was going to say the reason the morals aren't the same is because he only knows his Toby's morals. Whereas, like, the best you can see from Tom, he even outright hears, helping them is not my problem, and only helps them because he's guilt-driven, not because he actually cares.
Take care, Jen. I'll keep messaging you. It sounds like you're going through some shit right now, so...
Yeah, it's like Tom had to be guilt-tripped to help the villains, and Goblin was in the room when Tom says, helping them is not my problem.
But anyways...
motivation to kill him instead of trying to throw him off and outsmart him in any way. If he pretended to be innocent, he'd at least catch Peter off guard and make him less prepared for any attacks. But apparently, he just wants to die to break Peter's spirit.
What have I done?
Why is Norman acting this way? He shouldn't be sad and apologetic like this.
What have I done?
The Goblin killed. I had nothing to do with it.
It's established that Norman hates rejection and gets spiteful when things don't go his way. Norman is about to have his entire legacy tarnished and lose all of the power he had over the city in Spider-Man. The Spider-Man of his universe has won. He should be devastated. Not for what he did, but for himself. He should be pissed off. He shouldn't show sympathy to Peter for what he did. When Peter brought up all the people that he tried to kill in Spider-Man 1, he wasn't actually remorseful for it. His response to that was to lie so he can catch Spider-Man off guard and kill him. He laughs when he tries to kill these people. He should be doubling down out of spite just to piss him off, because at this point, Norman has nothing left. Showing remorse can make Peter at least feel somewhat better about the situation, which is not what Norman would want. Just like with Doc Ock, this isn't solely a situation where you can be cured into being a good guy straight away. There's still a level of agency both Norman and Otto had. They could have sought help for their conditions instead of giving in to them. That's what made them interesting as characters. The fact that their desires were strong enough for them to use whatever agency they had to give in to these villainous acts. The movie treats it as their evil being cured too, and I suppose this gets into a larger problem I have with how the villains are utilized. The villains are
If Norman couldn't take rejection well, he must have been a bad husband. You never know.
Of Spider-Man's ability to transform
clearly he
people,
wasn't a good
and
father.
the overall message is to believe in second chances. Yet the solution they give makes the execution feel really shallow and doesn't really tell us a solution. Green Goblin is cured and suddenly he's a good man. Doc Ock is cured and suddenly he's a good man. Sandman is cured and suddenly he's reformed despite already having a character arc that served that purpose. Electro is cured and then he suddenly forgives and respects his Spider-Man. The Lizard is the only one this really makes sense for, but even then, it still plays into the shallow execution of the theme of second chances. The only solution it offers is giving bad people magic cures and suddenly they're the good guys. No questions asked. It takes away agency from these characters and doesn't actually give us a compelling solution. Compare this to Spider-Man 2, where Doc Ock's reforming isn't done through some magical cure. Peter reforms Otto by trying to reform his ideology and appealing.
Yeah, it's like, I think the reason why Spider-Man 2 like still works is because it's like he cures him even with the inhibitor chip still being gone. It's like Otto still has like those voices in his head, but
redemption.
like. Well, yeah, it's like he still has the voices in his head, but like through sheer force of will and by appealing to his good qualities, he's able to like take control over his life again, which is actually way more like meaningful to like regular humans as well. It's like imagine if someone has like an addiction, for example, and like you have two people, right? Both of them are addicted to whatever. You give one of them a magic pill that instantly makes them okay, versus with the other person where it's like you reform them through like weeks, possibly months of work to strengthen the good qualities in them and to make them like be a better person than they were before the addiction. It's like, which one do you think is better? It's like
it's just a simple thing where you can't fix someone. No, like that's the problem that people seem to have. They think they can fix people when in reality you should help them want to become better versions of themselves.
Well, that's the thing.
It's just like,
yeah, that's the thing. It's like, and even like they basically touch on a similar thing with Otto in the Insomniac game, where they're like, yeah, the problem, we've been looking at this wrong. The issue isn't to make people how they were. The solution is to make people better than they were. It's like,
well, I I even think that the basic solution is just to teach them a lesson, teach them something they haven't thought about before or never knew of. Like in Spider-Man 2, Tobey outright says, to do what's right, we have to be steady and give up the thing we want the most, even our dreams. And it's like Otto just concedes to that notion because it's like, yeah, I love my dream, but I realize I'm doing wrong, and it's just like, and he's like, listen to me now. It's like that alone got him to reconsider everything he's done, and that's more impactful than simply just knocking some sense into him.
Yeah.
Otto may be selfish and ego-driven, but there are still redeeming elements that Peter can appeal to in order to encourage better behavior. This is compelling because...
And the funny thing is, it doesn't even make Otto a better person, because it's like, yeah, he's still selfish and he still has an ego, but it's like, you know, it shows how good of a person Otto is if he's willing to put those sides of himself to the side to do the right thing.
In other words, he doesn't grow.
Yeah, it's like
No Way Home.
It's like the same thing with Iron Man. It's like the guy has an ego the size of Switzerland, and he's clearly a dickhead at times, but it's like he's willing to put those qualities or bad qualities to the side in order to do the right thing, to work with the Avengers, to make the world a better place.
Well, here's the thing. The reason Iron Man's a good example is because at first he didn't give a shit about his weapon, and only after things went bad did he realize, I need to fix this. And even after that, he still has ego problems. He still has arrogant problems.
Guys in chat, please speak English.
And it's like, even when he has accountability, like in Civil War, he goes in about the opposite direction of what he initially did in Iron Man 1. It's a case where Iron Man wasn't fixed by one event.
Now that you've mentioned,
he had to grow.
Now that you've mentioned Iron Man 1, we need to react to the video that's Iron Man 1's military propaganda. We need to react to that at some point.
Oh god.
It is awful.
I mean, destroying weapons against military procedures where they send jets after you for like going on military spoil. Yeah.
If SK is still in chat, he knows, like, we had a field day with that stream. Oh my god, that video, my Christ. I actually hated life watching that. Oh god,
I mean, if you want to call military propaganda, look at the Michael Bay film at some points.
Oh, fucking hell. No, that was one of the worst videos I think I've ever seen in my life. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're gonna have to watch that video, like, tomorrow, if you're available.
The solution
I'll probably be available. I'm just really busy today.
Have, which is critical in the process of reforming someone's character.
We always have a choice.
It's not some magic win button, but it gives meaning to the idea that there's a hero in all of us, and anyone can go on that journey to reach that point.
Intelligence is not a privilege, it's a gift.
How is it military propaganda? Yeah, that's the point, it isn't, but some dipshit thinks it is, and it's stupid. That's why it's annoying, and that's why you guys are gonna have a field day watching me lose my sanity to it.
You use it for the good of mankind.
Even though sometimes we have to be steady and
give up the thing we want the most. Even our dreams.
Let's also bring up the Spectacular Spider-Man as a comparison. Sandman's second chance is achieved through Spider-Man's ability to inspire good. Sandman only viewed his capabilities through the perspective of what benefits it could bring him, which is getting the big score. Spider-Man encourages Sandman to think about the good he could be doing with his powers instead. It shocks Flint, because he never considered that Spider-Man of all people would believe in his capacity for good. It causes a process of introspection, and ends with him cleaning up his own mess, and instead thinking about the needs of other people rather than just himself. This is compelling because it shows us how inspiring others, even your enemies, can encourage the change you wish to see in the world.
You can't control everything. Trick is to never stop trying.
That's far more interesting.
Meanwhile, cuts to Spectacular Spider-Man during the events of Across the Spider-Verse. Oh dear. That quote aged very poorly.
And if Sandman lost his powers, and then he just
well,
became
the creator
a
of
good guy.
Spectacular said that his version of Spectacular would never side with Miguel.
Well,
just for
evidently he did though.
To this. Additionally, one of the compelling
Could be a
parts
different
about
version of
whether you should
Spectacular.
give people second chances or not is the practicality of reforming people. Lots of people don't believe in second chances because they don't believe in change, or believe that it's super unlikely and not worth the cost of such an effort. Where's the dilemma if you can just reform villains by just taking their powers? The practicality of reforming people is now an irrelevant point, in spite of being one of the most interesting—
See, like, this is the thing that I quite like about SK. So it's like, SK clearly values, like, characters that have complexity to them, which is why he hates, like, characters who are just, like, evil McBad guy, as Comic Legend puts it. It's like, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing having villains that are just like, grr, I'm evil. But it's like, when you compare it to real life, and when you have a theme of the movie that is literally second chances, which is something that is very relatable to us as human beings, because we all make mistakes, we're not perfect. It's like, I think it's important to have, like, complex and human dilemmas in that scenario, because it's a very human theme of the film. It's like...
Well, it's like...
And I think it's I think it's even worse when you have, like, other films to compare it to. It's like, imagine if, like, the original films didn't exist, right? And, like, No Way Home was, like, the only Spider-Man film we had. It would probably be better. But it's the fact that we have Spider-Man 2 to compare it to, where it's like, okay, even without the inhibitor chip, like, Otto was still redeemed by, like, appealing to the good sides of him. It's like,
well, it's like,
it just makes it worse by comparison.
Well, it's like, out of context it works, in context it doesn't.
Elements.
Yeah, it's like, it's the same argument where it's like, okay, if Batman was to if Batman was to gun down, like, a room full of people, it's like, okay, there's no logical reason why he couldn't do that. It's like, he's Batman, he could probably, like, one-hand an M60. But it's like, obviously he wouldn't do that because context. It's like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing here with No Way Home. It's like, okay, there's no logical reason why magic fictional technology couldn't just instantly reform people, but it doesn't work when you compare it to the previous films.
Like, here's an example of, this will probably help SK understand on why, like, villains who are either pure evil or, like, close to pure evil as possible can still work and have complexity. Like, look at Sauron and Darkseid. Sauron in Lord of the Rings is close to holy evil as possible, but he wants to do good in his intentions, he's just going the wrong way about it. In a way, he can't be redeemed because he can't be convinced that he's wrong. In a way, yeah, second chances can work, but not in the context of this villain. It's the same with any other villain in fiction that you can consider just purely evil, even if they have some reasoning to why they're evil beyond just simply being a nihilist.
Well, yeah, it's like, giving a second chance to, like, Lord Voldemort wouldn't work.
Yeah, but it's like, he has reasons for why he's evil, to the point that, yeah, even if there is some good in him, it's not worth to appeal to him unless you know the cracks in his armor, which is unlikely for Harry or Dumbledore or anyone.
Well, with Voldemort, it's an interesting thing, because it's like, there's literally no good in Voldemort at all. But I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, like, even if there was a smidge of it, the problem is that the heroes in question can't appeal to him in any way because they don't know the chink in the armor in that respect.
Well,
so that way you can have a pure evil character.
Well, no, the reason why there's no good in Voldemort is because he wasn't born out of love. He was born out of, like, false love. So it's like, so Lord Voldemort in canon is literally incapable of feeling things like empathy or kindness or love, because he himself never was born from it. That's how it works in Harry Potter. It's like, that's why there are Death Eaters that are, like, redeemable, like the Malfoys, for example. And that's why there's Death Eaters who started out good but became evil. It's because they had love in them, but it's like, Voldemort literally had no love. So it's like,
yeah.
So it's like, Voldemort was gonna be evil no matter what. It just took him a long time to, like, actually be evil, because he was, like, a master manipulator. Even when he was, like, 12 years old, he was still, like, manipulating teachers and shit. Like, he was, like...
Yeah, like, for example, if I had to compare the two, Voldemort is more evil to Sauron, but I'd say that Sauron is still close to holy evil because he has a complex motivation to be evil.
Yeah, that's
where it's a way that, yeah, you could be pure evil and have a complex motivation and still be redeemable. The problem is it's like 0.01%, where it's like, it's very, like, to even try it, you would have to know the exact method. You can't fuck up, otherwise it's not going to work.
Well, the thing that's quite tragic about Voldemort, if you think about it, is that he's literally incapable of being good. It's like, it's kind of tragic
Yeah.
when you think about it, but it's like, at the same time, he doesn't want to be good. It's like he was perfectly happy killing a child. It's like he's clearly evil.
Yeah, I'm just saying, in the context of Voldemort, it may be different. I say that I don't think there's 0% good in anyone, but in the context of Voldemort, yeah, I see where you're coming from.
Well, it's like, the thing with Voldemort is that, like, within the context of Harry Potter, it's like he was literally... It's impossible for him to be good, because he didn't, like... And that's the...
Born of good.
Yeah, it's like, that's how it works in, Harry Potter. It's like, you have... It's kind of, like, cheesy, but it's like, love in Harry Potter is, like, basically where goodness comes from. But anyways...
To consider.
Want a better Roblox Sonic game than Speed Simulator? Play Outcome Memories. Okay, I'm just gonna make a note of that real quick. Well, I would if
also to mention.
Well, I would if it actually like worked, but you know.
Like another good example is Sidious. You could say that he's like almost purely evil. Even if there's a smidge of good in him, it's just like, it's very unlikely you know how to redeem him in any way, shape, or form, because you have to appeal to the good aspect that he has, if there is any.
Oh, is that a Sonic EXE game? Oh, it's Sonic EXE. Right, whoever recommended a Sonic EXE game to me, fuck you.
For the issue.
Riff, where do you get that frog plushie? It's not a frog, it's a puffer fish called Puffer. And I didn't get him. He was gifted to me anonymously.
Axiom asked a question: If you're born evil, how can anything you do be considered bad if you can't be capable of good?
Well, that's the thing. It's like that's what makes Voldemort interesting, is the fact that he's literally incapable of being good, but he's still perceived as being evil. It's like
you could even just say that he's not truly evil. He just can't do good. Hence, why he is the way he is.
Which makes it quite fascinating.
Like, even if there's a smidge, it's just so tiny that you might as well be negligible.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
There's no compelling argument this film makes.
I like Voldemort.
Against Peter's idea of reforming villains instead of killing them.
Even
if I disagree, Jason Todd makes an interesting argument in favor of killing the Joker. He argues that Joker is a worthy exception because he has taken too many lives with no clear path of change. He outlines how Batman's morality can be a weakness as opposed to a strength, which says a lot more than No Way Home has to say on the issue. Batman actually feels challenged by the movie. Spider-Man doesn't feel challenged at all in this movie. Strange has no argument for why he can't change them. Peter's just unambiguously right. Now, with all the villains out of the way, what about our...
Right. Yeah, he raises a good point. It's like, they basically just ruined that. I'm just gonna go for a piss. I'll be like 2 seconds. But yeah, it's mental what they do. I'll take my phone with me so I can hear what Asabe's saying with chat.
Yeah. But in any case, chat... What are your thoughts overall so far on the video, what we've been saying? Anything to note? Like, SK, if you're here, give your thoughts if you have any. Or anything to talk about, really, and I'll bring it up to Rift. But yeah, it's very interesting to see how No Way Home simultaneously both made shit worse and made it so that every time we look back on these characters, that we look at them in scorn, assuming we consider No Way Home like a part of the continuity for, like, say, Andrew, Toby. Heck, it's just one of those things where if the solo MCU Spider-Man films didn't exist, MCU Spider-Man would be fine up until Brand New Day. Yeah, No Way Home definitely needed a redraft, but it's just a case that the writers were so, like, they couldn't even trust themselves to make a good solo Spider-Man film, even once. They needed Tony Stark, Nick Fury, and now other Spider-Man to carry Tom Holland's Spider-Man. It's like, it just makes you think that they literally have no confidence in themselves to make a good story, like they never read a single Spider-Man, like, comic, never watched a show or movie. No, a director's cut wouldn't work because the directors didn't do well to begin with. It needs a new director. It's just one of those things where the more you think about No Way Home, it's just like they legit just didn't know what to do, and they threw the best card that they have, and they still, messed it up. Like, they thought bringing in the 3 Spider-Men was the best move they had, and they still fucked that up. Story. Yeah, wasted potential. Even by Brand New Day, it's like you can't erase this shit. It's like everything from Homecoming to No Way Home is still canon. It's like the only way they could have fixed this is if Doctor Strange's spell just completely rewritten like the entire events from Homecoming to No Way Home. And you could say it did that with the memory wipe, but still, it's like the only thing that changed was their memories. Unless like the events themselves changed, it would even just make everything filler. Like everything about the Home trilogy is filler. There's literally nothing that you can't get from like a single episode from Spectacular, Ultimate Spider-Man comics, or even just the first 30 minutes of Toby and Andrew's films.
I'm back.
And I can hear my own voice through your mic. Man, I hate hearing my own voice, but I guess that's everyone.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting thing. Right, anyways, let's go into Peter Parker. Oh, God.
Main heroes. Well, starting with MCU Peter, I have plenty of character problems for him that'll bleed into other characters as well.
I am the most famous person in the entire world, and I'm still broke.
I know they're going for the trope that Peter's broke and he's struggling financially, but in this context, I don't even buy that Peter is broke at this point. It doesn't matter if he's a kid or not, he would still do what he can to help Aunt May since they've been struggling.
Unironically, Peter could probably sell the Iron Spider suit and live happily in retirement for the rest of his life.
I mean, I know the Stark suit was destroyed, but that alone is worth millions of dollars.
Well, it's like
15 million.
Well, it's like they even say in WandaVision, it's like, yeah, Vision is worth $3 billion. It's like, yeah, I'm fairly certain the Iron Spider suit is like several million.
Well, if it's comparable to the Mark 50, it would be more expensive than any other Iron Man. Or just as expensive as the Mark 50.
The garbage axe.
Yeah, and it's implied as well in Iron Man 2 that like all of the nations in the world were like at least 5 to 10 years behind even making Iron Man suits.
Oh, and SK brings up a good point. Make videos on YouTube.
Yeah, what the hell even happened with that plot point? Like, he was a YouTuber, wasn't he? Like, he was basically like Colin, but like a superhero. Like...
Colin like a superhero, that's perfect.
Yeah, like, what the hell happened to that plot point? Did he just quit his YouTube channel?
Well, it's funny, because everyone thought he was fake when he first came out, but I would think he would blow up after his identity was revealed.
Oh my good gracious, I've just realized a massive plot hole with the Insomniac games.
What?
So you know how in the Insomniac games, like, Peter has like a Twitter account that has like 10 million followers or what have you?
Yeah.
Imagine if he made a Spider-Man YouTube channel and just like swung around and stuff. Do you know how much money he'd make? He'd cure his financial issues like that.
Well, would he give away his identity by his financials unless he had a certain method?
You wouldn't have to. You wouldn't have to give it away. Like, he could do like an anonymous thing. He's fucking Peter Parker. He's smart enough to do that.
Dumpster diver.
Yeah, I was...
In most adaptations, Peter is stuck with a low-paying job at the Bugle.
I mean, even
in spite
Miles
of
has
all
a
of his
social media
efforts,
account,
but
so that makes it even worse.
this Peter is literally connected to Stark Industries. Happy gave Peter and May a home.
Hashtag Peter get a job. I know, right?
So that's not even a worry for them. And Pepper would have every reason to offer Peter a position at...
It's like with Colin. If you're nothing without this YouTube channel, then you shouldn't have it.
Oh, that's funny. I have problems with my car. I'm broke. $5,000, and then immediately he's like, I'm so broke, I can't even afford to help my family. Not trying to make fun of Colin, but still, it's just like asking for money like that from just anyone. It's like you have your own problems. Deal with it yourself unless you have a way to get money without asking for money.
Peter is exceptionally smart, and Tony Stark was his mentor. Peter is provably innocent, but is put at a disadvantage because of what Mysterio did. Not only would it make sense for Peter to try to get a position at Stark Industries, but Pepper would have full reason to bring him on. This isn't a low-paying job like the Bugle. This is a well-paying job at Stark Industries. And if Peter has to leave at times because of Spider-Man stuff, Pepper would understand because his identity is known. Aunt May also works at Feast, and Far From Home showed us that its cause is well funded since Pepper helps out. May has had a stable job for a while. Peter would have been qualified for a well-paying position at Stark Industries. They don't have to pay for their home. They would have sold their apartment before living at Happy's condo. The poor Peter Parker trope doesn't even work for this version when he has all these connections and opportunities. It's not compelling.
See, like, that's the thing as well when you think about it. It's like, you know how like people go watch like action movies and shit like that? It's like, imagine if you could watch like Peter, like Spider-Man just like IRL kicking people's ass. It's like, it would be sick.
Also, can I mention, you see how he has a computer full of StarTech, the fabricator and all that? You would think one component would be hundreds, if not thousands of US dollars.
I also find it funny that, like, Ironheart, like, struggled to make a fucking Iron Man suit, meanwhile Peter here with, like, all this shit.
Either, because
well,
I have no reason
she succeeded in making it. The problem is that she didn't have the correct resources, so, apparently.
Tony Stark built this in a cave.
Believe he's actually
also, can I take a
or that
mention? Pause it for a second. This is something I want to say about Ironheart. She's 20 years old. She hasn't even like had enough credits to contribute a degree, and she's like over 5 years in college. Tony Stark entered at 15 and graduated at 17 from MIT. She has no excuse. Continue.
Yeah, hold on.
But it's just like, she has the audacity to say she's better than Tony, despite the fact in the same situation
face significant financial.
It's like, I don't really like Shuri, I think she's a crap character, but it's like, even she runs laps around Ironheart.
Well, it's like she's not
he later gets the idea
like,
to call Doctor Strange by looking at a Halloween decoration months after his summer started in Far From Home. If Peter really thought hard about solutions to his identity being revealed, I don't know why this was what was needed for him to consider Doctor.
Yeah, like, he literally saves, like, the fucking universe alongside Doctor Strange, yet it's a Halloween decoration that makes him remember Doctor Strange. Like, that would be like if Peter Parker forgot Iron Man and then remembered him because of a Transformers figure. It's like, are you serious? You just forgot these massive universal, like, events happened.
Doctor Strange?
Well, you remember how you once said that if Peter exhausted all of his resources, then went to Doctor Strange, it would make sense? He didn't exhaust all his resources. Like, he spent months with people knowing his identity, and he didn't Doctor Strange either. So it's like, either way, if he was his first or last resort, it's still
reality to help him. And when he actually works with Doctor Strange, he handles this in the most, dare I say it, irresponsible way imaginable. He gets told that changing the spell is very difficult and dangerous. After he changed it a few times, Strange warned him to stop tampering with the—
Peter's such a fucking idiot in this film. It's amazing.
Well, isn't he an idiot in all the films? Like in Homecoming?
Well, yeah, but it's like, in this film, it's the worst, because the stakes are the worst. It's like, at the very least in fucking Homecoming, it's like, maybe, like,
you could give him an excuse because he's inexperienced and he's just starting.
It's like, in Far From Home, it's the world that's in Far From Home, it's the world that's at stake, and in this film, it's the fucking universe.
Spell.
Everyone in the world's gonna forget that you're Spider-Man, except your girlfriend.
It's my best friend, so it's really important to me that Ned knows.
Also, pause it for a second.
Parameters of this spell.
just like, hang on. This is my face in Space Marines when I'm trying to select a fucking build. Like this is
pause it for a second.
This is not the face that Peter should make over this situation.
Can I also ask, how much of a dunce is Doctor Strange to not think that Peter wants some people to know he's Spider-Man for, like, simplicity's sake. Like, he never ever once considers that before making the spell. Like, he can't just say that.
Do you want to know what's even worse about this scene? So you know how, like, how the hell is Peter able to change this spell at all? He doesn't know magic.
Yeah, it's like Doctor Strange has to manually change it, but it's like if he loses focus, like, it ruptures.
But
like, are you serious?
Well, here's an amazing idea. Couldn't Doctor Strange just say no? I will not change it.
No.
How the hell does this guy lose focus? He's the same guy who got killed like millions of times by Dormammu and didn't lose focus. Like, how is he losing focus here?
I mean, this is the same motherfucker who basically saw millions of possibilities and didn't lose focus or deviate once from getting the perfect outcome that got them where they were in Endgame.
Yeah, this is the same.
Like, imagine if he made one deviation.
And I know that this came out before Multiverse of Madness, but this is the same guy who can literally go into a corpse's body, possess it, and then just channel all of the demons in the afterlife. And he's still able to focus through that.
Anymore.
Again, it's like,
okay, I'm done. At that point, ask if he can stop it or start over instead of just dropping more demand.
Well, there's left to talk about when it comes to Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Bankai, we have come to many conclusions in this video. The Cloak is character assassinated. Doc Ock's arms are assassinated. Iron Man's tech is assassinated. Goblin's glider is assassinated. This is insanity.
There's only assassinations. It's like if you kill every single thing and it just keeps getting back up and you're killing a zombie over and over again. Like that's what No Way Home is.
Hey, Master Comeback, how you doing, buddy?
Like No Way Home is just literally a dead corpse walking. We can't kill it.
He instead proceeds to keep talking after he was verbatim told that it was dangerous to keep tampering.
Let's not change the parameters of this spell anymore.
But my Aunt May should really know.
Oh, it was Master M. Okay, fair enough.
Peter, stop tampering with the spell.
It was really messy, and I don't think that I could go through with that again. Cappy?
No, I'm annoyed.
No, it's a
No, I am annoyed. Also, I'm gonna keep doing the spell.
James, Harold Happy Hogan.
Peter is also a really bad hero.
Also, stop it.
This guy's
I just realized, also, did I realize, isn't he a surgeon, or was a surgeon, one of the best in the world? Like, you would think that the most annoying thing ever would not tamper his focus. Even in Doctor Strange 1, he tells someone to cover a watch, but it's like Doctor Strange should be cleared to work under pressure. On standard by this point.
Yeah, he's perfectly okay working under pressure. It's like this little knob shouldn't be the least of his worries.
In this movie, he saves
his
family.
Imagine if he was on a dissection table and there's a teenager in there trying to
fight. He decides to bring them onto the same bridge where he's fighting Doc Ock. And not just on the same bridge, he brought them exactly where Otto was walking of all places. He also never thinks to use his taser webs on Doc Ock when this would very quickly end the battle as shown in Spider-Man 2. This is strange considering he thought to do this against the Vulture, and for a more significant problem, he leaves this bridge full of cars behind despite the fact he just saw Green Goblin casually drop a bomb and laugh about it. We even see arriving cars slightly affected by it, so Peter has no reason to believe this bridge is fully evacuated and that there's no risk of lives. He doesn't even check on anyone on the bridge. Contrast that to how Peter immediately checks on the deli in Homecoming as soon as he sees an explosion taking place, or how he immediately rushes at the site of an explosion to see if anyone was harmed. None of that care or urgency is present for Peter in No Way Home. What if Goblin deals with the police and bombs them too?
The spell got character assassinated. I know, right?
He should know that the police
I need some quick clarification here.
Hello.
Okay, so you said the Cloak was assassinated, Doc Ock's arms were assassinated.
The glider was assassinated, and Iron Man's tech was assassinated, yeah.
So, basically, nothing new in the slightest.
Pretty much.
AKA, it's only confirmation No Way Home is a walking corpse. That
business as usual, really, yeah. Just same shit, different day.
This is the exact reason he tries to bring the FBI agents out of the fight with the Vulture, knowing they're at high risk of dying if he doesn't help them or stop the bad guy from hurting them. He should be asking Strange to bring him back on the bridge straight away. People are dying if Green Goblin is still dropping bombs for his own fun. He doesn't bring it up straight away in spite of what's at stake, and even when he brings it up later on, he doesn't ask to be put back onto the bridge. He doesn't ask Strange to stop the Green Goblin. He lets him go, and then changes the subject to college.
I saw another one on the bridge, like a flying green elf. Dr. Strange?
What?
My friends and I just got a second chance to get into MIT, and if the school sees me fighting these crazy monsters...
Seriously, still talking about college?
Like selfish bastard.
What?
I swear, no, wait, I want to say this really quick. I swear to God, if I was Doctor Strange and I heard this fucking little twat saying that shit, I would fucking backhand him.
All I'm gonna say is, this one line from Spectacular Spider-Man. I could never look the other way. Could never look the other way ever again. Hey, if these guys see me fighting these people as Spider-Man on a bridge, I might not get into college. Go to college in a different place if it's that big of a... Just don't go to college at all. You could probably get a massive... You could just go to bloody...
Also, I will repeat what Edge of Time Peter would say. Do you think the lives of a billion strangers is more important than my education?
Like, he literally just takes one look at Green Goblin and he's just like, yeah, I missed the part where that's my problem. And just dips. Like, how do people like this man? He is not It's the freaking Snyder Cut Superman thing again. It's like, this man is not Spider-Man.
There's a guy dropping bombs on a bridge, and Peter for some reason thinks...
Also, can we just appreciate the fact that these two Chuckle brothers are just stood here doing fuck all whilst a giant, like, 2001 September explosion's going on this bridge. They're just stood there watching it. Like, mate, this isn't this isn't John Wick. Like, you should not be entertained by this. Get off your ass and do something.
That college is the appropriate subject right now. That just shows a complete disregard for lives in danger, which is not like Spider-Man at all. The lives of those people
I know
on
this
the
is
bridge...
fucking random, but why the hell is SK's avatar freaking Spider-Man 2099? You'd think it would be like Craven the Hunter.
Yeah, come in!
Well, 2099 is just Miguel being the analytical Spider-Man. That just makes sense.
One moment. I'll just go grab me a drink.
But yeah, it's just like the more you dissect No Way Home, the worse it gets. Like, you could do this with, like, say, any other bad story, like Spider-Man 2 for Insomniac. It's like, yeah, it still has problems, but it's not to the point that it literally ruins the entire character cast and everything. Like, it's just to the point where, yeah, it could be a unique interpretation, even if it's not as good as the comics or other interpretations. But it's not bad by itself. It's just not as great as what came before. Whereas, like,
also,
No Way Home,
SK,
is
I don't know if you're still in chat, but are we going to have a VC regarding the Ultimate Joker thing? Time will tell. Anyways.
Should
SK's
matter
in the
more
chat,
to
that's why.
Peter than college. This
It's
conversation
because-
takes place
okay,
after Peter's...
Rifty responded.
What?
SK responded.
I think
he said it's because in the rant videos I'm told. Yeah, he said let me know when.
I'll let you know when, busy week. Yeah, I'm free tomorrow and Wednesday, if you want to get it done. It is what it is.
So SK, answer me this. Why is your avatar Spider-Man 2099 and not Craven the Hunter?
Yeah, that's
Isn't that what SK stands
Yeah,
for?
that's literally what SK stands for. Sergey Kravenov, yeah, on his Twitter.
Yeah, so why isn't your avatar freaking Craven?
Yeah, SK's profile picture was character assassinated as well.
Escaping. Now compare this to how Peter behaves in Civil War when he sees Team Cap escaping.
Also, welcome back,
What
Jen.
should I do? What we discussed. Keep your distance. Web them up. Okay, copy that.
His
Buffer likes Iron Man.
instinctual reaction
Also, can I
is
just
to ask
say,
Tony how
Tom
he can
Holland is so inept, he needs instructions. Every freaking film.
prevent the
He needs
escape. That's
freaking
the first thing on his mind
and he
above
can't
all
even
else
follow
because
them.
he sees the mission as a priority. He doesn't randomly put the mission aside like we see him
just Doc Ock just
doing in No Way
struggling
Home.
in the back.
And even when Peter meets with Ned and MJ, none of these people are taking this seriously or treating it with the urgency that's warranted.
While I figure out how to get
Just look at Doc Ock just struggling in the back. It just makes me laugh.
Can I ask,
before
can I just say how freaking stupid it is? They were laughing at Doc Ock's name when Ned and Michelle
they're
Jones
dumbasses.
Yeah, they're so disrespectful. It's like, mate,
this
this guy is a legend. Like
just put it like this.
Scooby-Doo.
It's kind of one of those things where get him in a room when you fight him. Without
I
the
swear
Iron
to God,
Spider, you'd be fucked.
when you brought that up, Rick, you know what I just thought of right there?
Go on.
That scene in Transformers 1 where freaking D16 was like, he was greater than you'll ever be.
Yeah.
That's what I think when I think of fucking Ned and Michelle Jones.
Like imagine if
fucking laughing
Infinity
at Doc
War,
Ock.
if like all of the heroes just stood and they were looking at Thanos and they were like, oh shit, you're purple. It's like, mate, read the room.
Fuck you up.
Read the room.
Like,
you need to stop him.
Like it's like at that point, I would mind if Thanos killed anyone who's that because it's like no one would take that disrespect.
Yeah, it's like imagine it. Yeah, it's like imagine if like I don't know, like oh God, like imagine if they were to do that in Infinity War, they were just to laugh at Thanos. It's like, what are you doing?
Well, it's
You're
just
telling
like
us what to do, even though your spell, meaning that all of this is kind of your mess. You know?
shut up,
Bro,
Michelle.
she has the. But well, no, she has the vagina to say that to Doctor Strange, even though it was Peter's fault that got them in this mess.
Yeah, like it's like these teenagers are so inconsiderate. Like she even lets Peter off the hook, yet she blames it all on Doctor Strange.
Like Doctor Strange is probably thinking, "Kill me now."
This shit.
Hey, Axiom with the 5 gifted memberships. What a legend.
Hey, Ripped, is the video slowed down?
No, you just paused it.
I just paused it.
No, it's
okay, so just so we're clear, the Green Goblin is flying around, dropping bombs on people as they speak, and MJ's primary concern is if Doctor Strange says please, because apparently that's what they need to hear before they even bother to help these people. I'm sure
You're just saying the lives of a billion strangers are more important than my stupid jokes. I know, right?
She demanded the same level of respect from Flash Thompson before bothering to help him in Far From Home, right? Well, no, because she pushed him to evacuate out of concern for his safety, regardless of how disrespectful she may view him as, because that's what heroes do. And even after Doctor Strange says please, they still don't go to the bridge that's being bombed straight away. What do they do instead?
Badass. Oh!
Also, pause it for a second.
That is a Pilates.
There is a way for them to, like, a better way to find these villains than just be going through social media. Like, you would think that that Peter would ask every connection to the book, the police, everyone, or even just go out as Spider-Man and just try to get their attention. Like, make a web saying, I'm here.
I absolutely love the way SK edits his videos, like how you can see like shit happening. Like imagine if someone was to be like imagine if you, I don't even know what would be a good example. Like imagine if 2 characters were to like have a conversation about like what they were having for dinner tomorrow night. Meanwhile, in the background, it's just the Titanic at that angle, just like sinking. It's like read the room.
Well, it's just funny because I'm just imagining.
I'm actually curious now, Rift.
What's up?
Is No Way Home worse than Far From Home?
It depends. Like No Way Home character assassinates the Spider-Verse. Far From Home ruins the MCU. So it's like, which one do you think is worse?
Pick your pie.
Probably No Way Home from what this video is teaching me so far.
I do think that No Way Home is like a more entertaining film than Far From Home for what it's worth, despite all its flaws.
I actually, believe it or not, I actually disagree with that.
Oh, interesting.
Well, here's how I see it. It's like, at least in Far From Home, it's only MCU Peter who's assassinated. In No Way Home, you could say every good version of characters from other franchises are ruined now.
I mean, that's fair.
I don't know. I don't know. Some parts where I do think about are freaking Peter wants to avoid freaking the shit with Shield.
Oh, hold on.
I really think about it. They have other goddamn heroes on their fucking table. Why do they need Spider-Man?
They still don't go to the bridge that's being bombed straight away. What do they do instead?
Badass. Oh, a torture rack.
Can we just appreciate this is the best line in the movie by Dr. Octopus? Right, listen to what he says.
That is a Pilates machine.
Who the hell are these 2?
These are my.
Who the hell are these 2? That is the best line from Doc Ock. Who the hell are these 2?
I feel like the audience, the people who actually care are the villain. Like,
who the hell are these 2?
Around, dropping bombs on a bridge, and their focus is on admiring the wizard's dungeon and kindly introducing themselves to the supervillains.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Wait,
yeah, pause right
what's
here.
your actual name?
The fabric of
this is like us free in Space Marines, just like giggling even though it's in the middle of a fucking war zone.
Yeah, for me, it's like, the hell are you laughing at, Ned? Michelle Jones?
Who the hell are these 2?
Well, it's just
So
like,
perfect.
you know what I find funny? I'm just imagining if Tom Holland's Spider-Man was actually a good Spider-Man, he'd be out there making a big giant web saying, I'm here, Spider-Man, and he makes a web pointing to him just sitting on a...
Yeah.
Reality
like
is at
Raimi's
stake,
Spider,
and
like
villains are out
Andrew
there
with,
wreaking
like, you know, with the web or Venom, like in Spider-Man 3.
Why do you care about any of this irrelevant stuff right now? Did MJ stop to admire the mace she picked up in Far From Home? No, she was trying to save their lives because they were in imminent danger, just like the people on the bridge who are actively being bombed right now.
Oh, is that a dinosaur?
Shut up, Ned.
He just goes to lizard looking pissed.
I mean, if they
I feel
truly
like
took
the
the
villains are
situation
literally us
seriously
right
and were focused on
The villains are just like, right. The villains are just like, yeah, no shit, we're evil when we've got morons like you guys in the world.
saving the people in danger,
Oh,
they'd be
we're gonna
acting
be
a
the
lot
villains
faster
in this
and
movie. I'm fucking Green Goblin because I actually kicked the shit out of Tom Holland.
not get
I mean,
sidetracked
yeah,
like
but you're
this.
also
We saw way
assassinated.
more urgency when Peter and Ned were working to stop the Vulture, which is an even lower stakes situation. Notice how he makes his conversation with
Well,
Liz
he
end as
makes up for
quickly
it
as
by kicking the
possible,
shit out
as
of Tom
opposed to
Holland.
stopping for casual conversations
I'll
with
just pick
people like we
Lizard.
see in No Way Home.
Gotta go. I'm sorry. You don't deserve this.
And Rip, you can be Otto.
Peter is sprinting.
Yay, I'm a cripple who's basically, like, it's actually kind of messed up when you think about it. Doc Ock is a cripple, and Spider-Man takes his cripple, like, he takes his wheelchair away from him, basically. It's kind of messed up when you think about it.
Wait a minute, he's not cripple in the Raimiverse.
It's a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke.
It's because the arms in the Insomniac verse are like prosthetics. So it's kind of funny when you think about it. It's like this man gets prosthetics and then Spider-Man takes them away from him.
Yeah, but it's like it's just.
You know, I just realized after replaying
Stay in School
Spider-Man Remastered,
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, going off topic really quick. You know what I can't help but notice when I replayed Spider-Man Remastered a little while ago?
Go on.
There were so many red flags saying that Doc Ock is fucking evil.
Yeah.
And yet, being the idiot he was, Peter did not realize it until it was too late.
Hey guys, stay in school.
Good.
Stay in school, guys. Spider-Man PS4 teaches you that people with prosthetics are evil.
Yeah, but in all honesty, Bonkai, that's more believable than the idea that the villain. Like, at least in Some Peter had a reason to believe Otto was good. Like, MCU Peter just lets them all out of their cage. Like, he doesn't bring the Fabricator to the Sanctum and works on them from there while they're in the cage.
It's mental. I just love that the villains have just been chilling here whilst, like, the characters have just been doing other shit.
Quickly as he can because he believes the mere escape of the Vulture calls for an urgent response.
Moving days! He's gonna rob that plane! I gotta stop him!
And he tries to reach the Vulture as fast as possible, while also urgently trying to warn Happy about Vulture's plan. Yet when the Green Goblin, someone more dangerous than the Vulture, escapes, he doesn't even care to be brought back to the last place he saw him as quickly as possible. He doesn't care to get on the case and chase down leads as quickly as possible. He actually thinks this is an appropriate time to engage in casual chatter, much of which is irrelevant to the issue, despite the stakes being higher than situations he's taken way more seriously. I mean, just look at his conversation with MJ in Far From Home. He immediately takes control of the conversation and says,
I've seen Across the Spider-Verse the more I see those clips.
We really have to get out of here, okay?
Okay.
You don't see them stopping for chatter when they're talking about how to deal with Mysterio. This isn't a cookout.
Yeah, points like this actually make me like Far From Home more than No Way Home.
I have to call Mr. Fury and tell him the Beck's a fraud, but he tapped my phone.
Okay, so what are you gonna do?
I have to go to Berlin and talk to Mr. Fury in person. Don't tell anyone about this, okay? Anyone who knows is in danger.
It's pretty clear that their immediate priority is trying to strategize.
Like, I'm just imagining the real Peter would call Nick Fury Eye Patch. I gotta tell Eye Patch that Beck's a fraud, or
for me, I feel like I feel like for me, like Peter not wanting to be like joining the Shield and shit feels a lot more understandable because think about it, they have way more powerful heroes on their payroll. Why the fuck do they need Spider-Man?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you there, Vanka. It's like Shield is incompetent if they only.
Like, yeah, you say it's character assassination for freaking Peter to like refuse to be taken part of Shield and stuff, but I don't. Like,
it's like
they have more powerful heroes than their fucking payroll.
Well, no, the reason why it's character assassination in Far From Home specifically is because they have no other heroes available. The world's gonna end, and Peter's like, no, fuck that. It's like, mate, the world's
like, I agree.
Like, Peter didn't fucking know that at the time.
No, he did.
They outright told him.
Yeah, they say it to his face. Yeah, like the world's gonna end.
Yeah,
we need
after
your help.
they fucking dragged him up during his fucking.
It was only
the worst, bro. What are you rage baiting?
We get what you're saying.
No, like Spider-Man No Way Home, like when it comes to writing, at least it is the worst. Like it character assassinates literally every character. Like it is what it is.
Like Bonkai, your claim is correct.
Peter wasn't in the right emotional state and stuff because he was grieving the loss of Tony Stark, who was like his father figure.
Well, the alternate,
of course, like if you lost someone, if you lost someone important to you, you wouldn't be in the right mental state either.
Well, that's not relevant given the stakes.
Well, I'll just say this, Bonkai, so that we can move on. But essentially, you would be correct under the context that the world isn't, and if Shield was competent. And as for Tom Holland's mental state, it's like, yeah, he should be taken aback, but the problem comes down to the fact when push comes to shove, he refuses to save lives over, like, just how he's feeling.
Well, it's like
that's the problem.
Well, the issue with Far From Home specifically is
if he was the only hero, then yes, I would understand. But we live in a fucking universe where there are countless
he is the only
superheroes.
hero available. They make it clear that.
That's what Far From Home does, Bonkai. You be right under the
So
content.
what the fuck were all the other heroes doing? Just sitting
busy.
around with their thumbs up their asses, not doing anything?
No. It was Spider-Man's film. They all can't be there because it's Spider-Man's film. They all just fell asleep and waited for their film.
They all had a thumb up their ass for the duration of this film. So it's like, yeah, if they're unavailable, then not on Peter. But it's like, even then, Peter should take responsibility when.
And that's complete
the whole point
bollocks,
of
by
his
the way.
character.
Like, that is complete bullshit, by the way. That just all the heroes are miraculously missing. But that is what happens, and it's stupid.
I mean, at least in the Ensemble-verse, they have an explanation. Like, the Avengers are away. Established Doctor Strange is dealing some other shit. Even in Spider-Man 2, the symbiote invasion only lasts for like a day. This is something that's been happening for weeks. As in, the world is going to end out of a process.
Malik, I don't really like that excuse because I don't like the idea of having like alternate versions of specific adaptations. I think that's stupid.
Yeah, well, my point is, I'm going to give Peter a little more leeway in Far From Home, but in No Way Home, he has no fucking
Mysterio,
excuses.
which makes
for the
sense given the
decisions he
urgency
makes
of the
there.
matter and what's at stake. What happened in this movie?
Guys, isn't about this whole spell thing.
It's totally okay.
Wait, really?
Oh, dude, I don't care. It's seriously not a big deal.
As a reminder, there's
That
a super
pisses me
villain.
off.
Yeah,
That pisses me off dearly.
Yeah, it's not an issue that the fabric of reality is at stake. Yeah, it's no big deal.
No.
Flying
It's
around.
not a big deal that Peter fucked up. It's bad because Doctor Strange fucked up. That's basically their logic.
Yeah, my bad.
Dropping bombs on people. There are other supervillains
yeah,
out there
in
that they don't know
conclusion,
of.
I'm
In
willing to give
strange
Peter a
states
lot
that
more-
they
a
could
bit more
destroy the
slack in
fabric
Far
of
From
reality.
Home, but
And
I'm not
upon
giving him
being
that
given
in
the
No Way
mission,
Home
this is
And
how
I agree with you,
What he
Bonkai.
doesn't, what he does in No Way Home is far worse.
Yeah, it's like it. I agree
he
with you there, Bonkai, to the point where it's like, yeah, via the stakes alone, he has no excuse in No Way Home. Where in Far From Home, you can give him somewhat of excuse. Like, that's the problem. In Homecoming, you can give him more of an excuse because he's the least experienced and he's just starting out. In Far From Home, yes, it gets worse, but again, more of an excuse. He still has an excuse, really. But in No Way Home, there is no excuse.
Right, let's...
Like, for me, freaking... Alright, no more
Heroes
interruptions.
act. Nobody is taking any of this seriously. Peter even proceeds to wash his suit instead of just using his Iron Spider suit when he should be out there going after the Green Goblin. Like, can you imagine for a second that while people's lives were at stake because of the Mysterio situation, Peter decided to give the stealth suit a cleaning before, you know, actually dealing with the threat straight away? That's what Peter's doing in No Way Home, even though he still has the Iron Spider suit, which is perfectly usable and offers more protection for him when he goes up against supervillains. He doesn't even bring the Iron Spider when confronting Electro. If he needs a new one, just use Happy's fabricator that he also used in Far From Home. He instead uses a suit where his wires are exposed and his phone needs to be taped up to his suit, even though he can take calls from his suit. And this carries over later on in the film because he doesn't think to wear the Iron Spider suit in the apartment either, with all of these dangerous supervillains, especially since Iron Man suits are known to protect against Thor's lightning. He literally has an electro-proof suit that he doesn't use.
I'm gonna fry you from the inside out. Power at 400% capacity.
How about that?
Iron Man's
accurate, yeah.
Armor can also contend with Thor. He can walk off Thor's hammer being thrown into him. Iron Man armor can literally walk off tank shell hits. If Norman were to attack him, his punches would be much easier to tank. Peter
Yeah, I'm
eventually
actually
reaches
kind
the
of
Green
curious.
Goblin.
Does the Iron Spider really scale to any of the Iron Man suits?
Technically in durability, yes, but we're not sure if it amps Peter's stats. If it did, it would just make it more broken. But then at the same time, Otto was able to like break through it.
I mean, regardless, it should still be the most durable of his suits.
Well, it's just like, regardless of how you put it, it's like if Tom Holland is only amped via durability, it's like he should at least be able to take the same shit Iron Man can.
Like, I'm just saying, like, in the videos, like, in this video I've been watching it where SK was comparing, like, it to Tony's suits and stuff, I find it hard to believe the Iron Spider even comes close to any of the Iron Man suits.
Well, no, it's like it has to.
It doesn't show from his. It doesn't show any impressive feats.
Well, no.
Well, no, it's just Tony made the suits. Like, all these suits that take these attacks are like ones that are like marked in the single digits. This is like a Mark 50 level like technology.
Yeah, it's like the Iron Spider should be more durable than like the Phase 1 Iron Man suits, just logically.
Logically, but it does a shit job of showing that.
I mean, it protects Peter from like punches from Thanos. It's like it's clearly not weak.
Perspective. Norman is actually an innocent man
Did
who only
Thanos
behaves
actually even
violently.
punch Peter?
Yeah, he punches him twice. Yeah, he punches him twice.
He just swats him away.
He punches him twice.
Yeah, so there's that one instance that you're thinking of where he like choke slams him and then just yeets him into, I think, Doctor Strange. But then there's another instance where Peter webs the Infinity Gauntlet and like Thanos pulls him towards him and just full on fucking decks him like on the ground.
Yeah, it's like Thanos is clearly holding back, but put it like this: Thanos going all out can rip apart the Mark 50. It's clear that he's holding back against Peter in those scenes.
He can also just like knock out Hulk in like a few attacks. Like,
well, it's just like regardless of your interpretation, the best feat it has is taking a whole back punch from Thanos. That's the best you got.
The only other feat that you could mention is if the nanotech scales to the Mark 50, which could take hits from the Power Stone, but that's a bit of a stretch.
Because of a mental condition.
Well, no,
and
the Power Stone, he was only able to tank for a little bit. Like, the shield, like, withered away. Like,
yeah.
Watch the scene.
I mean,
it was
still
withering away. He even had to detach it.
Yeah, it's still an Infinity Stone, though. Like, it's very impressive regardless.
And in distress as a result of it, Peter sees this and doesn't consider this his problem, and thinks
I hate this suit so much. This is just
I have to go, gentlemen. I hope the rest of the stream goes well, and have a good you two in the chat.
Right.
Yeah, take care.
Good, take care. I actually
better if the villains just get sent home without.
I despise this suit
and
so much.
And the fact that this suit is like supposed to be its own suit, like in the Insomniac verse, I hate it. It's literally just the goated suit, but inside out.
Killing any of them.
I also find it so unrealistic that that's what the suit looks like on the inside. Because
why isn't
how
it the
fuck
same?
Is he supposed to wear that?
But it's like, why the fuck isn't why isn't it the same color? Like, why is it like just a completely different color scheme inside out? Like, it's stupid.
Mental or physical.
And yeah, you're right. How is he supposed to wear that? It looks like like the inside of the fucking Springtrap animatronic.
Yeah.
Like, how is he supposed to wear that? That looks horrible.
Problems.
God, it looks so stupid. They made this for no other reason other than marketing. That's it.
This is supposed to be like a Tony Stark creation. It looks horrible.
All have their own mental and physical issues. This isn't my problem.
I gotta know, what's your MO? What gets you out of that twin bed one?
When you can do the things that I can't, but you don't, and then the bad things happen. They happen because you don't.
Based on this line, I assumed that Peter already understood the great responsibility message, so the not my problem line comes out of left field. This is something Spider-Man would...
The suit is inside out? Yeah, this is... Yeah, the black and gold suit is literally the Far From Home black and red suit, just inside out. That's why it looks so stupid.
Would say... before he learns his lesson, not years after he did.
Yeah, it leads us to believe that's what the fucking suit looks like on the inside. Like, that's so stupid. Like, how the fuck did he wear that with all the exposed fucking wires and shit?
Yeah, no wonder Peter... No wonder, like... It's horrible. What time are you going to stream until Rift? We're going to watch until the end of the Peter Parker segment, and then we'll call it a day. So we've got, like, 15 minutes left.
If he does have the technology to help out Norman and the...
Hey, Sanitize, how you doing, bud?
Other villains, I don't see why he wouldn't. By this point in the film, he doesn't know they'll die if they go home. So from Peter's perspective, if Norman is just sent home without reversing any of his conditions, he'll just start acting violently at random. If Electro is sent home without reversing any of his conditions, he'll just go back to attacking people with electricity. If Doc Ock is sent home without reversing his conditions, he'll do exactly what he did on the bridge. If Lizard is sent home without reversing any of his conditions, he'll start attacking people at random. The only character he can reasonably believe would be harmless is Sandman. Why would he think it's a good idea to send them home without reversing any of their mental or physical problems, and why doesn't he care if Norman keeps suffering as a result? Not to mention that Norman Osborn has a son. He hears him mention this, and because of his experiences in Homecoming, he already knows how traumatic and awful it can be for a child to live with their parent being a supervillain.
Dad, I can't imagine what you're going through. If there's anything I can do to help.
So instead of stopping Norman from going on this path and potentially damaging his son in the process, Peter wasn't planning to do anything about it, knowing that a kid could suffer because of this. And even then, he confronts the Vulture on this in Homecoming.
How could you do this to her?
He's actively trying to reform the Vulture and getting him to see reason, knowing the impact his actions will have on his daughter. Yet when Norman mentions that he literally has a son, Peter for some reason just doesn't care at all. He doesn't care to help him in any way. I thought he would—
I missed the part where that's my problem. Like, literally.
Have learned not to ignore his responsibilities after he literally tried doing exactly that in Far From Home, which he needed to learn from. If Aunt May hadn't said anything to Peter, he would have just let them go home and possibly kill more people. That's way worse than letting one robber escape a wrestling arena. He would have let 4 dangerous supervillains go. But even when Peter is convinced—
That's actually a good point when you think about it. Like, he's less of a hero than Toby was before he became Spider-Man. Like, that's actually kind of messed up when you think about it.
To help the
I will
villains.
say also, feel like I need to, I can't stress this enough. Tom Holland is a fantastic actor, and do I think he could have been a great Spider-Man with the right writing? Absolutely.
Yeah, he could have.
Yeah, he had I'm saying Tom Holland is a fantastic actor, and I think he had so much freaking potential, but I feel like it was the writing that completely let down this freaking character.
Yeah, he could have easily been an amazing Spider-Man, but
so by letting them out all at once
Sadly, it's not
in
the
this
reality we
populated
live in.
apartment building. Well, he does leave the giant lizard in a truck where no one can see him.
Where's Connors? He told me he wants to stay in the truck.
And you guys just accepted that? First of all, the lizard could do anything behind Peter's back, and he'd have no idea. Someone could get killed by him for all he knows. Second,
I speak on behalf of my amazing brother who you banned. Greetings, everyone. He's not an amazing brother, he's a fucking Riri, but I'm glad to see that the apples don't fall too far from the tree.
Stuffing
what are you
all
talking
his
about?
villains—
Master M's brother, which, let's be honest, it's just going to be Master M, but with not the count.
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier. Who the fuck is Master M?
He's basically just this person who rage baits. He says, like, dumb shit, like Koopa Trooper is more intelligent than Doctor Who or some shit like that. Like, he rage baits. And it's basically like Axiom or Kiwi or even Puffer now. It's basically just an arms race to see who can ban him first.
Okay.
in Happy's apartment puts every resident in this building at risk. These aren't decisions you make lightly, yet Peter acts super casual about the fact that he has all these dangerous villains in here. Compare this to Homecoming, where he's immediately put on edge and takes it very seriously when he sees the Shocker enter his school. He immediately applies caution because the mere presence of a supervillain can mean danger to himself and others around, which is why he tries to follow the villain instead of letting him go unwatched like he does with the Green Goblin. Peter is super casual about what he's doing here, which is especially strange considering he brought Aunt May with him when he didn't need to, despite what he just told MJ.
You can't come with me, it's too dangerous. I can't do this if I know that you're in danger.
But it's fine with Aunt May? Why didn't Peter just do this at the Sanctum instead of the place where Aunt May lives? Happy lives here too.
I've just realized as well, I can't do this if I know you're in danger. Mate, literally everyone is in danger now because you fucked up Doctor Strange's spell, you dumb bastard.
At any moment. Even at a time where it's dangerous to be here, they didn't even give Happy a warning. He had to call them hours later to communicate to us that he just found out. They gave Happy no warning that a bunch of supervillains were just going to be stuffed into his home. They easily could have gotten him killed. Even if Happy does check the doorbell cameras, he's not going to know that these are supervillains. From his perspective, they could be guests, some of which have unique abilities. It's not uncommon in the MCU, so not knowing these guys are supervillains, he could show up thinking it's safe when it's very clearly not. Peter thought to warn Happy about a simple plane theft from the Vulture, yet he didn't think to warn him about the fact several supervillains were scattered throughout his home. Not only that, but supervillains being at Happy's apartment can draw attention from law enforcement. That would turn his apartment into a crime scene since Spider-Man is withholding wanted criminals here, and they would see that he's using the missing Stark technology, which incriminates Happy. They knew this at the beginning of the film.
The feds are actively investigating that missing technology. If you were involved.
If I was involved.
I advise securing a lawyer.
Let's hear what he has to say.
This is the best. That's the best part of the movie.
Need a really good lawyer.
So they furthered the risk of Happy either being put into legal
I
trouble.
love how Matt just
says,
I love how Matt just immediately knew he was guilty because he could probably sense like his heartbeat.
Or even dying.
I feel kind of bad using Happy's police like this.
He'll get over it.
Peter has
wow,
just Just amazing justification from Aunt May. Hey, I feel really bad. Hey, I feel really bad having like a bunch of supervillains in Harvey's apartment. Ah, don't worry, it'll be fine. Literally what she just said. Hey guys, the PS5 Pro is going to be $700. Ah, it'll be fine.
No plan for if the villains retaliate. He should already have MJ on call
so she can consider games removed from Steam. Yeah, we'll be fine.
But it's like the thing that's stupid about this is like, why doesn't he just web up the villains until it's their time to be cured? Like, why don't you like wouldn't it be smart to like cure Norman first because he's like the smartest, and then have Norman help you cure the others?
Consistently monitor the situation. If something bad happens,
I fucking hate this suit and everything about it. I hate this. What am I looking at? This is horrible.
Why the fuck did you freeze on it?
It's horrible, man. Like they. This is
okay.
pain.
I never thought I would say this. I would rather wear the fucking evolved suit than this.
This is awful. Like genuinely.
Like I hate it because of how fucking lazy it is.
Like look at that. Like. That is grim. Like this suit makes me like the Night Monkey suit, and I promise you, you will not find a bigger hater of that suit than me. I hate the Night Monkey suit, but this looks like...
It's funny because I actually don't mind it.
You'll see it. Instead, we're left in a situation where Peter can't call anybody because he's busy dealing with supervillains. I think this is made worse by the fact that in the last movie, he was literally tricked by a supervillain, which you'd think would make him more cautious with how he trusts them in the future.
You can't trick me anymore.
He literally gets tricked by the villains, all because he didn't do something.
You can't trick me anymore, cuts to he got tricked by the villains.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Which, like I said, I'm willing to give Peter freaking a pass on freaking Far From Home because Peter wasn't in the right emotional state and he saw what could have been a possible new mentor figure, which is why he gave it to freaking Max Dillon, or what the fuck was his name?
Quentin Beck.
Quentin Beck, thank you.
I was going to say Max Dillon, that's Electro. But yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, sorry.
Something as simple as keep MJ on call to make sure she knows what's happening, or release the villains one at a time while under restraints and constant supervision. Peter gets tricked because he's
SK literally said what I said. Like, why don't you just restrain the villains and just cure them one by one? It's like...
idiot. Not because the villains needed to be smart. And I find it kind of funny that Peter says he'd text MJ if something goes wrong, even though one of Electro's abilities is to absorb power at will. At least if he calls MJ from the start, she'll know that he was probably disconnected by Electro and therefore pushed the button. And somehow, to Peter's surprise, his plan results in the villains breaking free. Even if Peter can't text MJ, he can literally use his suit to call people. Why didn't MJ push the button after she would have seen on the news that Aunt May died? Peter said to push the button if something bad happens. Those are his exact words.
If something bad happens, I'll text you, and then you just push this, and then it's all...
Well, here's the thing that's stupid as well, if you think about it. It's like, Doctor Strange is currently trapped in the mirror dimension. Couldn't he just, like, bring the Fabricator here? And just, like, cure the villains whilst they're in the cells?
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned Doctor Strange, because I will say, I think that fight between him and Spider-Man was complete bullshit.
Yeah.
But Peter, I swear, if I don't hear from you, I'm pressing the button.
Sure. Something bad did happen.
Also, how the hell did Peter get the villains out of the cells? Oh yeah, he has the sling ring, never mind. You could probably use that.
Yeah. His aunt died and is presumably unable to reach you because the fight broke out.
Which again, you did right there.
Which again raises questions. How the fuck is Peter able to use the sling ring? He's not magical.
I mean, Peter could be dying in the hands of the villains right now. So from MJ's perspective, the villains are just out there killing people or killing Peter, and Peter expects the button to be pushed. Why hasn't she done that? And even after Ned and MJ opted not to push the button, why not attempt to reach out to any of the Avengers to help out? Ned is shown to be capable of tracking down people by just saying their name. He can literally find Thor, Captain Marvel, Hulk, whoever is out there to help them stop the villains. As for the final issue I have...
It's actually a really good point when you think about it. It's like the argument that the characters aren't on the planet right now doesn't even work, because it's like Ned could just be like, yeah, Thor. Just fucking Thor just appears and he's just like, We're going to save the world again. It's like...
Also, yeah, after seeing that scene with Peter in the rain, I was literally fucking laughing because
Peter has the most plot armor in No Way Home. Well, it's like he has plot armor and he's nerfed at the same time. It's like, it's amazing.
MCU Peter's big sacrifice at the end was largely unnecessary, and it deals quite some damage to his character. I first want to make it clear that Peter didn't have to make everyone forget Peter Parker. He could have made them all forget Spider-Man, which is better for him because Ned was still friends with him before learning he was Spider-Man.
That's actually a fair point. Why didn't he make people forget Spider-Man? Because it's like he could have just become Spider-Man all over again. Couldn't he? Like, he could have literally just become Spider-Man all over again. And nothing would have changed.
And MJ wasn't just following Peter because he was Spider-Man. They would at least remember Peter Parker, and Peter would still have parts of his personal life intact while Spider-Man's identity remains a secret. But
Hybrid Venom, the plot armor was character assassinated. Oh, for God's sakes.
Also, am I crazy or does the suit look a little more like reddish purple in these scenes?
Maybe.
On top of this, Doctor Strange says,
In the multiverse, there
It
are
could be because
an
of the stream or
infinite
something, I
number
don't
of
know.
people who know Peter Parker is Spider-Man. If that spell gets loose, they're all coming here.
This would include characters like Raimi MJ, who's presumably Peter's wife, and Web Aunt May. I'm not gonna go through the whole list, but I think it should be immediately apparent what the problem here is. For reference, Raimi Doc Ock isn't here because he remembers MCU Peter, he's here because he remembers Raimi's Peter. So anyone from the Raimiverse would be here because they know Raimi's Peter, and they can't forget MCU Peter since they didn't even know MCU Peter existed when they got here.
Do you know a Peter Parker who's Spider-Man?
Yes.
Is that him?
No.
So with what MCU Peter told
Oh my god, I think I see what he's about to say.
Strange to do, he would have caused Raimi Peter to lose his Aunt May forever. He would lose MJ forever. And if they ended up having kids who knew their dad was Spider-Man, my god, that is a horrific situation to be in. Andrew's Peter would end up losing his version of Aunt May too. And since this spell can pull from these versions of Spider-Man from the past, a variant of Andrew's Peter may lose Gwen forever without an explanation. A variant of Spider-Man could lose someone close to them because MCU Peter made them forget. What he did potentially ruined so many Spider-Men in the multiverse. And to end it off, the point...
That is so fucked up.
That's actually so true. He ruined everyone's lives by doing this. That's so true.
Oh my fucking god. That is just... When you really think about it, it's so fucked up.
That's so true. They'd never ever confirm that that's not the case. He ruined everything. He ruined everyone's lives. Hey, you know the two Spider-Men that literally helped him through his depression through losing Aunt May? Yeah, he literally just ruined their lives.
Oh my fucking god.
He caused more damage than fucking Thanos.
And Rift has officially lost his sanity.
He literally caused more damage than Thanos. Oh no.
Like, what am I supposed to say to that? This fucker did such irreparable damage to not just himself, but other fucking Peter Parkers out there. And of course, because of bullshit circumstances, they're not going to bring it up.
That's amazing.
Are we done yet?
Oh, crap.
Like, do we really need to continue at this point?
Oh, no. Oh, this guy is such a menace. This is...
Wow.
I didn't even notice
Jameson
this.
was right. He is a menace.
I didn't even notice this. That's so true, though. Oh,
yeah,
Christ,
I've gone... my depression.
Oh, I've gone lightheaded. Oh, fucking hell. Oh.
Yeah, thanks for helping me through my depression, guys. Let me thank you by ripping away your families.
Kiwi, let me explain why this is so stupid, okay, and why I'm laughing my head off, right? So you know how at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, where Peter is like, yeah, make everyone forget Peter Parker is Spider-Man, right? You know how he did that? Well, the villains who came to the MCU, so like Goblin, Doc Ock, Electro, they didn't know that Tom's Peter was Spider-Man, but they did know that Andrew or Toby's Peter was Spider-Man, right? So he made literally everyone in existence forget if someone in it's so stupid. So basically, okay. So, everyone who knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, sorry, let me try that again. So, everyone in the MCU forgot who Peter Parker was, right? He made everyone in the multiverse forget who Peter Parker was. He just ruined the lives of every single fucking Peter Parker across the multiverse by doing this spell. There is evidence to suggest he did that. Because the villains who came to the MCU, they didn't know that Tom was Spider-Man. They did know that Toby was Spider-Man. Tom just made everyone forget every version of Peter Parker across the multiverse. That's why I'm laughing so much. He literally caused more damage than Thanos. Thanos did half a universe. This guy did an entire multiverse. Do you see why I was losing my mind earlier, laughing my head off? This guy is evil. He is a dumbass.
Of Peter's arc in this movie seems to be for him to become Spider-Man, meaning that this trilogy as a whole is meant to be a long origin story for Spider-Man. That's at least what it seems to be framed as after its release. But for those who have followed these movies since Civil War, you may notice that this heavily contradicts the explanation for Uncle Ben's absence, which was to skip the origin because we know it already, therefore we can fill in the blanks. If we're skipping the origin, that's fine, but turning around and making the trilogy in itself an origin story makes the initial choice seem non-committal, and the trilogy as a whole seem lacking in direction. And it's strange to think that No Way Home is the endpoint to Peter Parker's journey of becoming Spider-Man, because Civil War made it abundantly clear.
Yeah, and it's like, the thing that's stupid is it's like in Spider-Man 2, like the Insomniac game, it's like, they basically like go into Peter Parker's like backstory, like when he's 15 years old. It's like, we don't really need to see that. It's like the first game worked well without it.
Clear that he already ended the journey off screen.
When you can do the things that I can, but you don't, and then the bad things
Well,
happen.
in that game,
Peter already became Spider-Man by the time Civil War happened. They didn't tell us his origin story because they figured we got the gist already. So why did we need 3 movies to tell us the origin story of Spider-Man?
Christ.
She told me
That is actually hilarious. This guy is such a moron.
that with great power
Comes great responsibility.
Wait, what? How do you know that?
Uncle Ben said it. The day he died. Maybe she didn't die for nothing, Peter.
With the way this is framed, it seems like they're saying Aunt May died so that Spider-Man could be born, which is similar to what other Peters believe came about from Uncle Ben's death. So did MCU Peter never have an Uncle Ben, and Aunt May's death is meant to be that moment for him? Is that the purpose of drawing the parallel between her death and Ben's death? That's what it sounds like based on how the dialogue is written, but if that's the case, that completely undermines the scene in Civil War that shows us that Peter already went through the origin story to become Spider-Man.
That game was an origin, it was a flashback. Yeah, but I mean, like, we didn't need the flashback, that's what I mean. It's like the first game did well without any flashbacks. It's like we didn't really need it.
Man, Peter's talk about the guilt that comes with inaction is meant to hint at Uncle Ben. Also, we have this in Homecoming.
They cannot know. I cannot do that to her right now. You know? I mean, everything that's happened with her,
What happened to her? I assumed it was the loss of Uncle Ben which motivated Peter to be a hero to begin with, but if Uncle Ben never existed, and No Way Home marks the true end of Peter—
MCU Peter broke the canon, Miguel is gonna kill his ass. Yeah, Miguel is gonna recruit Miles to go kill MCU Peter.
Peter's origin story, then this line is now lacking in context and therefore meaningless, despite being a significant motivator for Peter hiding his identity from her. This line originally means that Peter doesn't want Aunt May to feel the stress of Peter risking his life all the time because she's already grieving the death of Uncle Ben. But now this line means nothing if that's apparently never happened to MCU Peter. Did it happen? Did it not? I don't know. We shouldn't have to speculate this. We should just have answers. The fact we have—
Scarlet Spider, the GOAT. Is that Spider-Man Unlimited? It is, isn't it?
Yes, that's Spider-Man Unlimited. I wish that series continued.
Also, Scarlet Spider's over there. I couldn't see because my mic was in the way.
Existence of an important character in
the voiced by some fucking Andy Sanders.
Also, I do really like the fact that it like shows live action in like the animated Spider-Verse. I actually quite like that. It's quite cool.
Spider-Man mythos is a problem. If he did exist as we were originally meant to believe, then that undermines the entire point of making No Way Home the end of his origin story. And if he doesn't exist as we're probably supposed to believe now, then much of what we saw in the past is either meaningless or no longer makes sense. And no matter what we go with, I simply don't believe Aunt May's death was necessary for Peter to truly understand responsibility the same way Uncle Ben's was. He was already acting on Uncle Ben's ideas years beforehand, yet he needs Aunt May to say it for him to finally learn it and become Spider-Man? That's what Aunt May died for, according to Toby. So what did Uncle Ben die for? For nothing?
He died for chocolate milk. Didn't you watch TASM 1?
What would have been better is if Aunt May's—
How dare you bring that up?
He died for chocolate milk, obviously. Like, duh.
Message was an extension of the Great Responsibility message,
he
rather
stood
than
in front
a
of the
repeat.
barrel of a
Compare
gun like
this
an
to
idiot
Spider-Man
while trying to
2.
wrestle it
I
away.
believe there's a hero in all of us, even though sometimes—
My big question is, did this affect MCU Peter only, or did it affect every universe of Spider-Man? Well, it must have affected every universe, because, like, the villains who came to the MCU had no idea who MCU Peter was, but they did know who their respective Spider-Man was. So it's like, why would they go to, like, MCU Peter's verse? You know, like, it must affect every Spider-Man, surely. Tony died just for Peter to ruin every universe. That's so funny.
Sometimes we have to be steady and give up the thing we want the most.
Fun fact, Miguel does mention Peter doing this. Don't even get me started with that nerd and Doctor Strange in Earth 199. Even he hated it.
Even our dreams.
Aunt May isn't just repeating what Uncle Ben said or what Peter would have already learned in his origin story. She's just expanding upon it by discussing the importance of sacrifice and the belief that anyone can be a hero, no matter the self-doubt they're going through. Let's also compare this to Spider-Man PS4.
I can't take this.
You can, and you will.
I'll pay you back. Soon.
Just ask for help next time. Oh, you are so much.
Also, Riff, I know that you love Spider-Man Remastered, but honestly, the fucking Ben Jordan face still looks uncanny as fuck to me.
I've just kind of got used to it now. I don't know.
Like for me, I do not like it in Spider-Man Remastered. In Spider-Man 2, it's vastly improved, but this, I don't like it. It's so fucking uncanny.
I actually don't. Maybe call it Stockholm Syndrome if you want, but like I actually don't mind his face in this. I think the only time I don't like it is like in the final boss. Like you know, like in the final boss where it's like he takes off the helmet and he's having like a 1-to-1 with Otto. I think it looks weird there, but like for the rest of like this, I don't mind. Especially like here where he's like looking down. It doesn't look too bad.
You have to learn to swallow that Parker
I
pride.
don't know, for me, it just always
human,
looks uncanny.
like the rest of
In Spider-Man 2, it looks so much better.
I feel like the reason it
But
looks
it also-
uncanny is because you have the PS4 face to compare it to. It's like if we never had the PS4 face, I don't think people would mind as much.
us.
He kind of reminds me, hold on, if you look on like he kind of reminds me of like a young, you know, like MTV Peter, like Spider-Man, like, he kind of reminds me of that in a way, like the hairstyle.
I do not see it.
Maybe he has like a little, I don't know, I kind of see it. Like if I do like a side by side, maybe that'll help.
Probably, you know, at least freeze it on an image where his eyes aren't fucking closed.
Oh, I need to find an image that's actually like massive. I don't know. It's like kind of reminds me of it.
Wasn't he more modeled after Tobey Maguire?
I don't know if that was the case.
Because wasn't the idea the MTV Spider-Man that it was originally supposed to be like a sequel to the Raimi Spider-Man before it became its own thing?
Yeah, it was. And that's why MTV's Spider-Man suit is exactly the same as the first Raimi Spider-Man suit.
I love MTV Spider-Man.
MTV Spider-Man's amazing. One of the best Spider-Man shows.
Learn to swallow.
It's such a shame it's only one series, though.
Yeah, and also feels like the ending was really abrupt.
That Parker pride and accept that you're human, like the rest of us.
Once again, Aunt May isn't just repeating what Uncle Ben said, or what Peter already would have learned in his origin story. She's expanding upon the idea of great responsibility by telling Peter that it's also his responsibility to call for help when he needs it instead of just shouldering everything on his own. He can't be an effective hero if he doesn't apply enough self-care, because he's still human.
Something up, Rift?
Yeah, I'm just Puffer sitting because Puffer was banning
Aunt May can
Master M
definitely
again.
be a key factor in Peter's development, especially in progressive.
It's not. He's not even trying to be subtle. Like, take a look at this. I would rather get a Switch and play Mario Kart World for 1,000 hours than ever meet Axiom in real life. You can't even play it on a Switch. You need a Switch 2 to play it, you dick. Like, you can tell it's just rage bait.
Ending of responsibility, but if all she can offer is a repeat of what Peter had already learned in his origin story,
right now, Rip. I gotta go have dinner, so I'll catch you all later.
Yeah, that's fair. Don't worry about it.
How pivotal of a figure should she?
No, it only affects his universe. But it's like that's literally impossible for it to affect his universe because of the rules that it's established in No Way Home.
Really be to Peter's development, especially since it's being framed as what finalizes Peter's origin story, as opposed to an extension of what he already learned from his origin. I don't think Peter's arc in this movie works on a premise level, because it boils down to completing an origin story that we already skipped by the time Civil War was out, with references that imply its existence. And perhaps this problem could be avoided if the film didn't choose to frame this journey as an origin story, where he becomes Spider-Man, rather it stayed focused on being an evolution that picks up after he becomes Spider-Man, which is what we see from every piece of Spider-Man media that takes place after Uncle...
Hey guys, do you remember when sequels, like, actually add character development to the hero? Yeah. Couldn't be me.
Ben's death. It's done this way because it simply makes the most sense. It'd be really strange if Raimi's Spider-Man 3 was framed as the end of an origin story, as opposed to a continuation after the origin story. This covers just about all the issues I have with MCU Peter, MJ, Ned, and Aunt May, but I also...
Right, well, with that being said, that's basically where we're going to end it for today then, if that's the end of if that's the end of this segment. So yeah, with that being said, I want to thank all of you for joining us on today's stream. I hope that you guys... today I uploaded a video basically going over Grounded 2 and how to defeat wolf spiders. I know that it contains spiders, so people probably won't want to watch it, but I encourage you to at the very least like the video and drop a comment, even if the comment is just like an emoji or something, because at the end of the day, it's like, after hating... after being very negative about Nintendo products for like a long ass time, it feels great to be like legitimately positive about something. So please, everyone in chat right now, if you haven't already, please click on this video and drop it a like and a comment to boost it in the algorithm, because it feels really nice to be legitimately positive about something, because I don't want to be negative all the time. I've been negative towards corporations and their greed and their bullshit, but Grounded 2 is a really fucking fun game. It's cheap, and I'm having a lot of fun playing it. So, with that being said though, guys, I thank you all for watching. We'll probably watch the Iron Man propaganda video tomorrow, because, oh my good god, if you think the Spider-Man video was bad, you guys are gonna hate the Iron Man one. Like, the Iron Man one is actually horrible. That being said, take care everyone, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. And Puffer would like to have a little word as well. What's the meaning? What's the meaning? I think he's trying to say, watch the video. He's struggling, bless him. But I think he wants you guys to watch the grounded video as well. Goodbye, chat. See you guys tomorrow.